Bow. All right, I think everything is good. All right, let's see. I'm on a vibe today. Sunday nights, we're back. What's up? I ain't talked to you niggas in a week. We dropping on new days, Monday time. What is up, everybody in here? The family's strong. I'm bringing over vibes now, man. You niggas can hear this out here.
Fuck how you feeling? I'm feeling great. Only pray for the
shout out to my nigga Eli. So free out here.
I just walk through the back and I feel it safe. Got a smoke, they run me, be stressing me. All the talking ain't never affected me. Make a headache gon' look like the pedigree. They be wishing it wasn't instead of me. Fuck you want me to do, bitch, I work for it. To be gifted,
one time.
Problems I can't go to church.
Man, one time for my family. One time for my people. How y'all doing today? No cold open for you this week.
You going crazy today, bro.
Fire open on us, man. We back, man.
That was actually hard.
We ain't drop on Sundays. We ain't drop on Thursdays, so we back, man, on Monday. What is up? To my left, I got my brother Brooqlyn, and on the bottom, we got Doom. How you brothers doing today, man?
Shit, I was doing all right, but I'm feeling pumped now.
Set the vibes, man. I can set the vibes now,
bro.
I done leveled up. Having to do that live show that we do on Twitch, I had to learn some shit, and now we good. Zoom is just better now. What's up, Doom, man? How you doing, bro? Oh, can Doom not hear us?
Chilling, man.
Oh, no,
chilling.
There you go. Glad you're doing well, bro.
My shit fucking up?
Nah, I thought it was, but I didn't think you could hear us. So, but you good now. Yo, we gotta show this.
I had that little shit talking about my shit was unstable for a second, but we good.
Okay.
You find out, bro. Because that's talking shit about the government, bro.
No, that's
Zoom.
His
Wi-Fi up.
Zoom Wi-Fi is the worst, bro. Doom's Wi-Fi is the fucking worst out here in these streets. But we got a show today, man. We got us a show. I got a lot of topics that I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We are new on Mondays. I got to show the Monday audience that we keeping the same energy that we kept on Thursday, but bringing it to another level.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it seemed like we already brought it to another level.
Bringing it to another level.
It's a different type of energy today.
And I'm going to spill some beans. Schubert messed some stuff up because we were supposed to have a bigger show than this. Y'all go at that nigga Schubert and just say, why you mess it up? I'm not going to put his business out there, but just say, why did you mess up the release on a Monday? If you fuck with us, add him Schubert14. If he tell you, he tell you. If he don't, he'll know why. Just know I sent him to y'all. But we got one today, man. I had to add some stuff to where maybe I'm putting myself out there more than I already have. Y'all have learned some stuff about me, but we putting it all the way out there with these topics. Because see, where I'm at now in life is good. I don't have nothing to worry about the past ever again. I'm good. So I can put it out there. So we're going to do that. But, we got some topics we got to cover in terms of like pop culture and what's going on in the world. Not a lot of stuff, but the stuff that happened was pretty outlandish. The election is Tuesday. Bro, what are y'all expecting from this election on Tuesday, man? I feel like Am I paranoid to feel that people gonna be like outside with pickaxes and like guns?
There won't
and,
need to be, bro.
Fires.
Win, bro.
You think he gonna win on Tuesday? I don't know. See,
it's possible.
See, okay, wait. Let me tell you how I was feeling. Last week I was like, bro, I'm gonna be feeling sick like I did feel last year, where I felt like the world was gonna end. But then 2 days later it was okay. I don't know. The way people talking about Texas right now. And how they just the Senate had to come in and accept some of these mail-in votes. They was like, y'all not denying them votes. They saying Texas might go blue, man.
I don't think so, bro.
If Texas go blue, it's gonna be a nutty Tuesday.
Texas still got a lot of them towns that I would not drive through at night. Okay.
Oh yeah,
there is no fucking way. There is no way that state will be blue, bro.
They saying Florida might go blue.
It's possible, bro.
Florida is possible. Florida is possible.
Doom, are you on the bandwagon of saying Sleepy Joe might win? Have you changed?
I mean, at this point, I don't know, bro. Like, I really, like...
It's looking shaky for 45.
3 weeks ago, bro, I would have said, no way in hell
Same.
Trump winning. And then now, it's like, bro, it's looking... I don't know what the fuck.
It's shaky out here for 45 right now. I don't know if that's me being in like my social media bubble of like people who don't like Trump. But when I get out of it, I don't know. I'm seeing some minds change, but I'm also seeing people going 10 times hard right now, like his fans.
Bro, I'm telling you, the because of my job, obviously, I can't see a wide view. I see a lot of shit, and that's why I know there's certain states that, like Ohio, you got your Floridas that they may jump.
Pennsylvania may jump.
And PA may jump, but ain't no fucking way he losing Texas, bro.
Yo, but you have been seeing the reports that like Texas is shaky right now.
Yeah,
okay. Tuesday, we just saw a little girl run across. Yo, shout out to Thea, man. But Tuesday, bro, it's gonna be nuts. Tuesday is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be lit. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope I'm not upset Tuesday night just crying like I was last year. Because last year was wild. Last year was super, super wild. Like, I remember that night, they had people on Facebook like, the world is over. Everything's ending. Like, dude, I know you saw that last year. And then this year, you saying, I want everybody to be friends after the 4th. Has it been that bad on your timeline to where politics are tearing apart friendships?
It's been crazy, bro. And it's wild because it's like, there's a lot of people that I never thought would be at odds. Like, people who really tight in real life, and they over here ready to fight over some politicians, bro.
That's a fact. And look, let me be honest. My timeline been spicy since like the start of this campaign.
Bro, you got cousins going at it. You got people going against their grandmas. Like, first of all, white people be out here wilding, bro. Like, if I got beef with a family member, I'm taking it to your house. I'm not about to bash.
Oh, I love it.
I love social media.
Look, I love seeing it because, like, let me say this. That means like. These young white people, they taking it seriously.
That's a fact.
They're taking it seriously. Like, they know. But then they got the other side that's like, yo, fuck this. Like, no, rah, rah. And it's been crazy on social media. Social media has been so hectic that, like, I feel like, I don't want to say scared, but, like, I get sick to my stomach clicking on Facebook. Like, Facebook makes me sick.
That's a fact, but I don't know, bro. I feel like some of the most hostile things I be seeing be the tweets, bro. The tweets from the other side, bro.
Oh, yeah.
From the other side.
But see, I just think everybody is a bot over there. That's true. That's how I convince myself not to worry about Twitter. Because I'm like,
AVIs be something sus.
I don't know what this Forrest AVI person is. That could be some nigga in Russia trying to like boil my blood. But like on Facebook, like I know these people. Like this is like my former teachers are like arguing with like people from my class. Like, no, bro.
Forgot about the teachers, bro. I did see those.
It is hot right now. Like
teachers be wildin', bro.
Like all my former teachers just be are in the shits. And then like they was arguing with this one dude. They was like, well, you facts. And then they started to debate. And it wasn't like you were debating with like some normal dude. This is a history teacher who like looks at like evidence and everything. And he was like, your evidence is just circumstantial, and I don't see any real facts grounded in reality. You're just talking about hearsay. Bro, it was hot on Facebook this past weekend. Tuesday night, I'm ready for it to be over. TBH.
Facts. And when you said last year, did you mean last election?
I meant last election.
Because I was confused. I was like, what the fuck happened last election day that I missed? But you meant last election. Last election.
I just remember looking at the TV and just being sad. Like, I was just like, whoa, this actually happened.
I remember thinking to myself, I had the election thingy on in my dorm room thinking, let's just get this shit over with. Like, let's just, fuck, bro. Let's get this shit over with.
Yeah. Tuesday, big Tuesday this week. What you about to say, dude? You was about to say something.
No, I was just going to say, I actually like the energy behind this one, though. Like, people actually really give a fuck.
People care.
This is the most I ever seen people give a fuck about an election.
That's a fact.
That hopefully,
by far.
What people got to realize is they got to give a fuck like this in a year, in 2 years, in 3, and like because every year we're having an election. They gotta care about the local stuff. They gotta care about the judges, the sheriffs, and all of that. But yo, I didn't know Clay Higgins was running. Like, I didn't know that. I just found that out like the other day. For all the Louisiana people, Clay Higgins is running. Like, we got to vote that nigga out of here. Like, I'm not going to tell y'all who to vote for, but Clay Higgins, that's a no-no, fam. Like,
the thing is, though,
both sides can understand that this dude is just nuts.
Yeah. I don't think black people pay attention to that election, though.
They got
like
to.
The presidential election is different because it's obviously is the president. But
that's why we got that numbskull in office now.
Yeah, that's a fact. Which is crazy.
Like, that dude is, let me not even get started. But Tuesday, all that shit will be over with. But some people gonna be feeling like puppets afterwards. Oh, let me cue up the boo, man. We gotta boo some of these rappers out here. Some of these old rappers. Lil Wayne. Boo, nigga. Boo. Lil Wayne, you are being used as a pawn. My nigga came out with a picture with Donald Trump. Even 50 Cent was like, whoa, bro, I wouldn't even do that shit. Like, you wildin'. Like, when 50 Cent say, nigga, you wildin', you know you wildin'.
I can see every tooth in Trump's mouth, bro. He was smiling so hard that
Trump called that nigga Wayne an activist. Like, what are we doing? I was so disappointed.
He was smiling like, I got him now, boys.
I was so disappointed. But wait, we got to boo Doom because Doom about to give some crazy ass take about how Wayne is right. So let's get that off. We're going to pre-boo Doom. I already know I'm about to get mad because we talked about this in tweets. I mean, on text and our little group chat. I was hot. Doom, I had to walk away from the phone. I was like, Doom, you clowning. But let me say this. Just let me say this and then you can go.
All right.
I understand Wayne is doing this for his taxes. I get it. But there has to come a time where we can't be selfish. Not Doom, you can say what you got to say.
And I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't think that Wayne was thinking this deep into it whenever he did what he did.
He needs to. He got to stop doing shit off the cuff. This happened with him with the police shit 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I defended his ass then. I was just like, he's uneducated.
Yeah, which could be it. But my thing is, especially when we talking about elections and shit of that nature, the whole premise of the country is freedom. That's what America is supposed to be built on. I like the fact that he vote his interests. He supported who he thought protected his interests, because that's exactly what we doing when we talk about what we want. You know what I mean? And if somebody was to ever come in and say, nah, you can't do this because of X, Y, and Z, that's selfish in itself. You know what I mean? I like the energy, just the fact that he was brave enough, because he knew before he took that fucking picture what the fuck that was good.
Had to take away that boo from Doom, because Doom came with some fire right there. I can't argue that.
He was ready with that. Yeah.
I can't argue that. Like, if that is Wayne's public opinion, but now this is where I'll come. That nigga's in the public eye, so you got to accept all scrutiny that comes with it. We don't see like all these, like, we don't know what Terry from Good Fox in the Morning, Terry Bradshaw voting for. He not putting his shit out there, but I guarantee Terry probably voting for Trump. But Terry not gonna come out and say that on public, right, on access. Like, we don't see who some of these people are voting for. And granted, it is Lil Wayne's right to do whatever he wants. That's his vote. But you gotta take the consequences that come with making those things public. That's what I feel.
And that's a great point. But to go off of that, what the fuck was he wearing? Was that a turtleneck with a fucking deep V sweater over it?
With his nasty dreads.
Wayne been thrown off ever since the Rock album. Everything post Rock album, Wayne been thrown off, bro.
It's just like, bro, like, damn, Lil Wayne. Like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to add an amendment to this pod. Just real quick, because my mom was calling me at the time and Doom's internet was messing up, as you can see from the pod. I just need to add that I do respect what Doom said, because who Lil Wayne supports and votes for is his personal opinion. And you can't, that's his right. That's his right as a citizen. But like I said, he is definitely up for criticism. I do believe he's being used as a puppet / pawn. And I believe it's a sellout. It's because I don't think he understands the Platinum Plan, which, let me say this. The Platinum Plan, now that I understand what it is just a bunch of gobbledygook that's been spouted before, and it's just Trump using rhetoric that's already been established. Nothing really new, and we have to wait and see what he does. But in terms of Lil Wayne, I think it's either one or two things, and I think both things are liable or possible. He's either being a pawn, which is very much so true. He is also being used and sold out for a check, which is fact. He definitely did this for a check, because I don't believe he made the post. I believe that was his team. So I don't know if he even believes in what he's talking about. And that's a major, major problem with an election by the time you guys hear this tomorrow. So it's nuts. Hopefully, no matter the outcome of this election, we maintain decorum and democracy. And hopefully there's no gun violence and there's no riots in the street if Trump loses, because if Biden loses, I don't think there's going to be any of that. I think that's more so on the Trump side. But Shame that Lil Wayne. That's all I got to say. Now, amendment over, back to the pod. They had a good video of these football players talking about like taxes and whatnot going around right now, about how they were like, one player, I forget his name, but he was just like, I choose to not vote for that way where I'll get a tax break because it then harms my community and the people I care about. That's what I mean when you got to be not selfish at that point, because it's not like Wayne not gonna be a millionaire after these taxes. Like, are we being real? Yeah. And like Birdman did this shit to him like a couple years ago. I don't know how he foot is. Like he can't, like, you know what I mean? Like he been through the trouble. Like what Birdman put him through is what poor people about to go through. To a worse extent. Yeah. To way worse extent. But
my thing is though, is like all those, like in concept, it's a good thing, right? You say tax the people with more money. You know what I mean? And in concept, that's right. But what happens when you raise corporate taxes? It's only going to affect the working class. I do think that way might not be the smartest way.
If they raise corporate taxes, you got to raise taxes for like doing work offshore and doing it in other countries, so it forces them to stay in here. I mean, you just got to raise it all around, and I know they're gonna be pissed, but it's like.
Right, but Biden trying to do the opposite. You know what I mean? Like he trying to make that a little less strict. You know what I mean? Because that's Trump thing. Trump thing is tariffs on China. You know what I mean? He don't want you to go get this cheap labor in China. He wants you to keep shit in America, American factories, American supplies and goods and shit. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm just kind of confused, because I feel like when you understand the whole picture, it sounds good, but it's not as good as you would think. Because you start raising the corporate taxes, what that do is now we got hella layoffs because these businesses got more expenses than they thought. They'll take their business overseas, so we lose jobs here. And the goods they provide, it got to go up in price. So now the working class, instead of getting a gallon of milk for $3-4, whatever it is now, that shit might be $8. It affect us. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's just the easy solution. If it was that easy, niggas would have been did that.
I'm trying to see something because
that makes fucking sense.
No, it does, but I'm trying to see. I don't know if he's trying to like lower the tariffs on other places, like super extreme to where they can go back across seas. I'm trying to read it right now and like just.
I mean, shit, we talking about overseas and shit, but these motherfuckers got hella fucking factories just right across the border in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They got hella factories. That's why Detroit look like the way Detroit look now.
That's a fact. Mm-hmm. And look, I'm trying to run through this, but like, I don't know if I'll be, because I'm skimming through it and I'm trying to wait till we get to tariffs. But you know, Dude makes a valid point. Makes a valid point. But it's the other shit though. It's the other shit that just gets me with whole 45. There's so much extra shit that comes with that nonsense. So that's why I'm just like, I'll deal with Sleepy Joe for 4 years and then we'll get him out of there. That's how I feel. Like we won't be worse off than we are now. Like can't be worse.
Well, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what I always say when people bring up like, ooh, Joe Jorgensen or like someone else. I'm like, first off, you just cutting in the votes for Joe. And then secondly, like I get that the two-party system sucks, but we can't do nothing about it right now. We got a damn thing. We got to live in the present. And it's like, we got to get rid of this nigga. We just got to get rid of him. And like I said, I don't tell you who to vote for. This is just my opinion. You can go vote for whoever you want. If you vote for Trump and listen to this pod, cool, do your thing. Like, I ain't hating on you. But it's just like, oof. It's just like, oof. You know, oof. Big oof. Especially since that woman is now a Supreme Court judge. You women out there, it's about to be rough. It's about to be rough. Like, she's getting ready to repeal Roe v. Wade. I just know she's ready for it. She like, ooh, I'm gonna present this to the docket, and we're gonna get rid of this real fast. And she's like,
see, my thing is, how do they even get people like that in positions like that in the first place?
Well,
you can be so bad and make it to that spot. You know what I mean?
Well, think about this, Doom. Look how many people at your job, the jobs you've had in the past, they get rewarded for incompetence.
Yeah.
How many jobs have you had where the person who was the worst got the most help, and you thought to yourself, shit, nigga, y'all gave me a quarter of that help. I am the best motherfucking employee in this bitch.
You right.
And that's just kissing ass and playing politics of a job. So, you know.
I can only imagine how she finessed her way to this.
And they said, and like there was something that wait, hold on, let me see if I can find this Facebook post, because this threw me off when I saw. And nobody refuted it on Facebook, so that means like, because I know my Republican friends are ready to refute anything that's false. So when no one refuted it, I was like, ooh, is this true? So like, you know, take this with a grain of salt. But hold on, let me find this. So no, it's true. It was on MSNBC. She said this is her experience in being a judge. 2 years in private practice as a lawyer. Never tried a case. Never argued an appeal, never argued before Supreme Court. Most private work involves civil cases, not criminal cases. 15 years of teaching experience, and never served as a judge until 2017. That is nuts, bro. That's how? Like, that's incompetence. Like, that's just like, oof, we bad off.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
That's really
It's the same way how the best two candidates is Donald Trump and Joe Biden. That's nuts in itself. That's fucking nuts in itself, bro.
Yeah.
He's spitting facts, bro.
This is just how I feel for America, man. It's just sad times for us, bro. Sad times for us. But it'll all be over. It will all be over on Tuesday. Let's have some fun now. We got that Wayne shit out the way. Because just like Doom shot me down on it. But, you know, I give him the dub on that one. Let's get to some funny shit. How that nigga was caught jerking on Zoom, bro? How do you get caught jerking off on Zoom? Like, how do you get caught jerking off in these public platforms? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how this nigga got caught jerking off on Zoom. Like, you can't mute your camera screen. You don't see these, but there's like, everybody who doesn't understand how to work Zoom, there's buttons on the bottom that's a mic that says mute. There's one that says stop video. He could have got his shit off and muted and stopped the video and still been on. He could have went to the bathroom. He could have went to his bedroom.
That was what I was gonna say. Why were you in front of the camera still?
Well, I think what happened was he was trying to get his shit off. We talking
about lubing tubing.
Bro, he was trying to get his shit off in a private message. So he thought that his camera was on just with one other person that knew what time it was, but he was still in the group shit. So he just fucked up.
These old people gotta learn what they doing before they do it, bro. Like, he should have FaceTimed that person or whatever to get his shit off.
Yeah, bro, you can't take them kind of risks. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's risky.
I feel like this type of shit don't happen to people our age and younger. It does not. Like, I don't see, like, that's crazy to me. Like, how can you just do that?
One of those
nigga, even when my shit is not on Zoom, bro. If I'm trying to get my shit off at the crib, I cover the webcam.
Incognito mode, bro. Incognito mode.
Not even that. You gotta cover the webcam. I got like a little flap that go over the lens.
I was just about to say that.
Turn it the other way, my nigga. Like,
I don't even get my shit. Let me be honest. I don't even get my shit off on a computer, bro. Like, I can't.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't need.
Oh, you missing out.
What you mean I'm missing, nigga? I got my phone. It's right here.
You missing out, man.
Dude, one of the people, he gotta have his shit on a projector screen.
The big screen, my nigga.
This nigga beating off in a movie theater.
But wait, wait. But my thing is, you live with your girl. Brooqlyn live with his girl. I live with my girl. How am I supposed to get it off on my computer? If I'm up here, I'm on my computer. And she walks in and just is like, well, at least I could tuck away the phone. Like, you could drop the phone and just like...
It'll be another thing she could joke on you about.
You just drop that phone and just cross your arms and just lay down. Like,
with your shit out. She could be like, nigga, what you doing with your shit out?
I'm just airing it out. Like...
Oh man!
I'm just airing it out, bro. Laying it down. Like, she's like, why don't I have nothing on TV? I'll sleep.
Oh,
you hard. One of them dreams.
But I don't even do that because if she home, then I don't need to be doing all that. But you know, sometimes you got the crib to yourself, man. It's like back in the day when you used to live with your moms.
Okay, wait. So when your girl there, you don't ever do that? Because like, there's never like those nights where your girl's not in them vibes. Shit, nigga, when my girl not in them vibes, I'm still getting my shit off, nigga.
That's a fact, bro. I was about to say, yeah.
Dude, tripping, like, what do you mean?
No, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, just because she there don't mean nothing.
I gotta get my shit off, bro. Like, fuck. Jill coming over. Like, she will be here. Jill will be in that bathroom waiting for me.
Y'all still missing out on the big screen, man.
I just don't know where I can get that. Like, she can't be here for me to get that shit off. She gotta like be at work. She gotta be at a house.
That's a special event. She gotta be away.
Yeah. Like if I'm trying to get that off, like if we really trying to get that off, I could put that on a 60-inch screen and just like Chromecast that shit to the TV.
Doom pulling up to the TV. He got the lube in one hand and popcorn in the other hand.
That's a fact.
Don't switch.
That's a
Wait,
fact.
do y'all watch the whole video or do y'all skip to the sex?
No, you gotta skip.
Yeah, bro.
It's 2020, nigga.
Skip.
They got the hub. They got them little labels in the video that tell you where it's about to. So you could just go right to the good shit, man. Ain't no watching the whole video.
So y'all don't like to get the story in, like, you know?
Hell no.
Like, ooh,
talk about the story.
She cheated on her coworker. Like, she's at work and she got it off with her coworker. Like,
hell no.
Or like the delivery guys. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I watch it because it's funny to me, but not because I think it's gonna help me in any kind of way.
I watch it and put myself in those situations sometimes. Like, oh yeah, I'm the delivery driver.
Man, I'm gonna tell you how long the story got. They got from when I hit skip ad to when I'm hovering over them little dividers to see what. If they don't get to the shits in that time, it ain't no story, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm dying. That's hilarious. But jerking off in Zoom, you gotta be a clown for that. All the way clown. And something else that just didn't sit right with me this weekend. And granted, this is other people's business. If this makes people happy, that's cool. Do your thing. But is this not weird? Is it not weird of what happened when Kanye West got the hologram of Kim Dad, who was passed away at her birthday? Is that not weird to y'all?
I thought it was weird.
Like, I think that shit is weird.
Was so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, if my mom's dies, I don't want cursed at my, like, 35, 39th, like 40 or whatever old I am birthday to get, like, a hologram of my mom and have her talk some typed up shit. Like, that just feels, I don't know, it just feels awkward and weird to me. Like,
yeah,
I just wouldn't want that shit.
I don't know. How did Kim take it?
She loved it. She loved it. She was like, that was her bag. And like, granted, if you enjoy that, then cool, good on you. But just me, I couldn't. Shit is
that's
weird.
crazy.
Shit is super, super weird. So also, what'd you think about the Rogan interview, Doom?
With Ye?
Yeah.
I fuck with it, man. I
You
know
don't think he was
talking
in circles?
He was, but the thing that I respect about it was going into it, he said, like, look, this is how my brain works. You might ask me about something, and in the process of me answering that question, it remind me of something else that I feel like is relevant to tie into the point. Like, you just got to respect how his brain move. Because I feel like only people like that come up with ideas like he got.
I also
I
feel
mean?
like he was constantly talking about the future and nothing about the present.
That's true, but I believe that if you president, that's kind of your job. Like, I feel like your job is less governing what's going on in the current and more of.
But you got to analyze the current and try to find a solution for that.
You're right, and I think he did that. He just had a poor way of expressing it. You know.
And
what
also,
I mean?
Joe Rogan didn't push back on anything. It was just like, yeah, Kanye, you get all your shit off. Like, I'm not gonna challenge.
Yeah.
Anything.
But I think that's because Joe, he recognized that Ye never had, even on the Nick Cannon joint, which I thought would have been the Ye opportunity to do that. He kind of like, Nick kind of kept him, he kept him going in a straight line. Yeah. But Rogan was like, I want to allow the people to kind of see what's going on.
And let him get his shit off. Yeah.
I want them to understand how his brain works. And the only way to do that was to just let him get his shit off.
True.
I respected it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was as bad as people said, but it just was like, for me, it wasn't nothing that was just like groundbreaking. And I watched 2.5 hours of it. I couldn't get through all 3. After a while, I was just like, why? He's just saying the same things over and over. And basically the same things from the Nick Cannon like thing. He wasn't saying anything crazy after 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed it though. I think Kanye, he like if I had the choice to meet 3 people in the world,
that's one.
I want to meet Ye, I want to meet Alex Jones, and I want to meet Mike Tyson.
Alex Jones? Why would you want to meet
sir.
Alex Jones?
Just because like niggas who are like they thoughts are just out like that, those shits come from somewhere. And
You
I
think
feel
he's
like
gonna act? Some part of me thinks Alex Jones just be doing that for the camera.
I don't know, man.
Because his stuff in the beginning was different.
His personality might be showmanship. Like I think you might be right on that. But the actual shit that he's talking about, that comes from somewhere. Like I think that's real. And he's been too consistent for too many years.
That's true too.
For it to be fake.
And speaking of Mike Tyson got into Boosie, and that was a better one than the Kanye one to me. Like I thought Mike handled himself. And look, let me give Boosie some credit. I think Boosie handled himself too, but I think it was more so because Boosie didn't want none of them hands with Mike Tyson. Like I'm not trying to get none of this Mike Tyson smoke. Like I just gotta shut up and just let Mike get his shit up.
I think it was even more so like Mike is one of the rare few people that Boosie could look at and be like,
respect.
This nigga actually understands what it is to be a nigga like me. And for somebody like Boosie, you can't say that about too many people, let alone anybody that's in a position to interview Boosie. Like, I think Mike Tyson might be the only person that could have gave a solid interview that understands who Boosie is and why he is how he is. Because most people, like when you look at Vlad just using him to get the ignorance out of him.
Vlad FBIing on him, bro. Like Vlad trying to get all these cases out. Like that shit is hilarious. Niggas is stupid for still doing that shit. But yeah, it wasn't one of those things where Boosie's whole opinion changed after, but it was just like you could see him thinking about it. Like, and you could see it like him like he learned something. I don't know if he gonna come away being a different person, but I definitely think he learned something from it. Got to give Mike his credit, man. Mike was the most, like, sexist, homophobic dude in the 90s when he was getting his shit off. But he said how he changed. He said he learned. Like, it's crazy. And it was reported today that Mike Tyson's daughter flew all the way to tell Boosie off, and she did. And Mike was scared. Mike thought he was about to have to put his hands on Boosie because she was going to tell his daughter off. But Boosie was respectful and let his daughter get her shit off.
Damn. I didn't even know that.
That was reported today. Yeah, Mike came out and said it. Yep, shit blew my mind. So Brooqlyn, you saw the Boosie shit. You thought he was enlightened.
I think he acknowledged it. I wouldn't say he was enlightened, but he definitely acknowledged what he had to say, and you could tell he was like, I
might have been fucking up.
Tripping.
Yeah. And I think the fact that it was his mom then told him, now Mike then told him. I think it's just like, yo, I gotta do better. Oh, hopefully he does. Hopefully he stopped clowning. Maybe it'll be serious, but. That's all with Boosie. Let's see where I want to go from here because we still got our draft. I got 3 topics that's just crazy. So like it's like crazy A, crazy B, and crazy C. So we could go super crazy or we could go light. Wait, y'all want to go light or y'all want to go super crazy? Mind you, they're all
let's start light.
Let's start light. Jesus, what is all right? I guess this is light. Can siblings smang? Like, can step siblings have sex? Because, like, it was reported over the weekend about this.
We went back to the porn topic? I'm confused.
Look. It was reported over the weekend that these TikTokers have been getting death threats and all kind of shit because they're step siblings and they have sex constantly. And, like, they talk about their relationship. Now, granted, I don't know if it's scripted, but they had a conversation over the weekend on Twitter where people were like, I mean, they're not related. It's not like, how do y'all feel about that? I thought it's interesting. I don't have a step-sibling. So
I say the only way it's wrong is if our parents got married when we were young. And
y'all grew up together?
Years later you start doing, then that's crazy. Like if your parents married and y'all like 5 and 6 and y'all grow up as brother and sister and then y'all start fucking around, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
if they're 16?
My dad got married today, and I had a 20-something-year-old step sibling. Why would that be? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm saying bro. I'm saying between the ages of like 16 and 18. What y'all think? Is that kosher? If like y'all start between those ages, is that kosher? Like,
well, they got it.
Our parents just got married at 16.
Yeah, they just got married. Y'all both 16.
Yeah, fuck it, go crazy.
That's the age. That's the like. Right,
shit,
that's
the dream,
perfect
bro.
age, yeah.
So, okay. For sure. I just had to see how y'all felt about that because that was something that was brought up. It was hot on Twitter. Some people were like, nigga, y'all nasty. Some people was like, get your shit off. So,
bro, what's crazy is somebody that I know personally, I can't say the relation because it would give it away, but somebody that I know, they just got their stepsister pregnant.
Oh,
and he probably like maybe 19, 20.
How did that go over in the family?
Man, I don't know. It's one of those things they obviously don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah, that's the elephant in the room for real.
See, now that's where it gets dicey. It's like y'all can get y'all shit off, but like
you gotta pull out.
Yeah, you gotta.
You can't be cream pieing your stepsister, bro. Come on.
I don't know what I would say. Like as dude's dad or as like dude's mom, I don't know what I would say. Or girl's mom or girl's dad. I don't know how I would react. Like
it starts with.
What do you talk to your significant other with about it? Like, oh, our kids just got each other pregnant under our roof. Like, how do you have that conversation? You can't. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
But you got to talk about it.
That's your brother and your son.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's some crazy shit, bro.
That's super nuts. And then like the mom might be pissed if that's her daughter, but then like that's like you said, Brooqlyn, that's your step. I mean, like you said, that's your stepson.
That's how it was. So like his dad got married. So it was the mom's daughter.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, it was.
Ooh, that's rough.
Nigga finna cause a divorce in this bitch.
Yo, and speaking of divorce, did y'all see? Wait, I thought this was the funniest shit on the internet. Did y'all see that dude that's in high school? He bought one of them real
fake
jewelry.
Bro, he's problematic, bro.
Yo,
he's toxic as fuck.
He went to all his teachers and was like, yo, let me test your jewelry. And she was like, oh yeah, test it. Everybody was like, test it. My husband, and he had like two or three of them teachers. The husband didn't buy this shit.
Yeah.
It was, and like one of them, this black lady was so mad. She was like, she called him. She was like, you're not getting shit. Pack your shit up. Do this. We've been married for 20 years. How you can play me like this? And the nigga was on TikTok like, whoa.
That was the one where wild. He tested the engagement ring and the wedding band, and they was
both was fake. Yeah.
He was furious.
20 years. For 20 years, she was like,
he tested that shit. He said, this glass. He said, this is glass.
That's fucked up, bro.
Do you leave your significant other after 20? Well,
I don't know.
None of us are girls.
Yeah. Look,
damn,
clearly,
like
the ring means something, nigga. Make sure the shit real, all right? Every kiss begins with K, all right?
That's crazy.
Shit.
Bro, and there's a lot of shit where I don't judge people that wear like fake shit, but that you gotta make sure you ain't giving your woman no.
Even dude say that gotta be some real.
Yeah, bro.
That's how you know that
you can't give your girl no fugazi shit, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, that was
think about it. Even a lightweight shit that's real, you could get a subtle little situation, and it don't really cost that much money.
And that lady thing was big too. It was like,
and that's what I knew. That's how I knew.
Kind of shit on bitches. Probably was talking shit for 20 years.
She's like, ow.
Look what my man got me. Bitch, your shit fake.
Fake glass. It's glass.
You know what? That's probably why they were so fucking mad, because they probably had been talking mad shit over the years, bro.
And then they had they had one white lady and one black lady whose shit was small, and it was like, told you my shit was real. Told y'all my shit was real. She was hot, and she was like, yeah, that shit, funniest TikTok shit on going right now. I think, and it's real too. It's
problematic as fuck though. That shit is hilarious, bro.
that kid is the fucking. I watch those videos forever. Like, he can keep it going. Like, he could do it on the streets, wherever. Just like, yo, let me test your marriage thing. Like, I would always watch that because that causes chaos. So the next thing we got. All right, I guess we'll go here because the final one is like X-rated. So, all right. Have you ever have to choose between two women and chose the wrong one?
Shit. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yo, isn't that the worst? Like, you contemplated for multiple days and you're just like, all right, I'm with you. Because now it's getting to the point to where it's like, they both like, you got to choose. It's time. You got to choose. Cut off the other holes in your life. And it's like, you make that choice. And it's like, yo, I fucked up.
Gotta chalk up the L, bro. Gotta chalk up the L. That's when I gotta go to the bar with my homie by myself, and we just gotta take a shot real quick, nigga. Like, after I realized the L, like, yeah, bro, we just gotta chalk this one.
Well, then how do you do you stay in that situation for like how long? Like when do you get out? Like my ass got caught in one of them things for 2 years, and when I got out, I was glad I got out. You know?
Yeah, you definitely got to get out sooner than later.
Yeah.
But every man is different. So I don't know if we could put a time stamp on it, but if you could get out within a month, that'd be real fucking nice.
Some niggas, you can't get out in a month. There's no way.
I mean,
but
yeah, there's no clean
hearts.
getting out of it in a month.
You gotta be clean with it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's one of the
clean
worst.
break, that's tough, bro.
That's one of the worst situations. And then when you get out of it and then you try to go hit up the other one and she like, nah, you chose that other bitch over me. Told you made the wrong choice. And it's just like,
and see, look, you can't do that. There is no going back, nigga. Look, I'm trying to tell you.
I done tried to double back.
Know that the grass was greener on her side, you cannot let her. What is wrong with you? Lynn, damn.
I done hit the double back. Like, yo, look.
She seen Lynn message and she was in that bitch hitting them folks. Doing the ducks. That bitch was in there like, I knew my shit was better. I knew.
She just was
out here looking like a goofy.
No, facts. And she did me like a goofy too. She like took me out and then was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. And then maybe drop my ass off after a fire-ass night. I done took you to one of the most expensive restaurants in Lafayette. We chilling. And then like, oh yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Just drop me home after this. Oh, we not getting no dessert, no coffee. You're not coming over. Netflix. Nigga, we not chilling no more. I just wanted to do this out of courtesy of just being your friend. And I was like,
courtesy of being your friend? That bitch was hungry.
Oh, she was hurt. Hungry. She was hurt. She was hurt though. That was one of them where it's like, oh, I did her dirty. But you know, it's like women, these hoes out here, she belongs to the streets. They just belong to the streets. I can't do nothing about it. So it's just like, whatever. But it's like,
Doom
man,
look like he possessed down there.
Yeah, Doom shit frozen. Gotta be.
Yeah. Hold on.
There you go. He back. He back live.
Shit, he lucky because I was about to take a print screen of his face. That shit was so possessed looking.
Doom, your ass ever have to choose between two women and chose the wrong one? So yeah, the final thing we had this week was bondage. How do you feel about bondage? That's why I said we was getting X-rated. Are you okay? Is that something that interests you? Because when I think about it, I saw somebody post a picture that this girl up like this with like a cross thing on the thing, and she was tongue up to the cross, and her legs was all tied. I was just like, I don't find that appealing to me.
See, now that's one of those things that it can get really out of hand really fast.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe. I wasn't no Boy Scout or nothing like that, right? So I can't tie nobody up like that. No. But like maybe a little ropey rope or something like that. But like, you're not about to tie me to a object that's not a bed. I'm not doing it.
And see, that's what I said. I said the most I'd be willing to do is tie my hands up or tie your hands up. But even then, it's like, I feel like I'm abusing. Like when girls be like, oh yeah, slap me. I'm like, slap you? I'm not about to slap you.
And because of TikTok, I realized that there's a lot of people out there that want to be slapped.
Slapped,
like, before, I didn't think that was a thing. But then, like, I'm seeing this video, got like 300,000 likes. And I'm like, oh, okay, y'all getting slapped out here.
That's a fact. And it's just like,
okay.
Yikes, y'all is wilding out here in these streets. And it's just like, I don't know. Like,
maybe it's one of those things that I got to, like, ease my way into.
See, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like also, and I know black people with these kinks are going to be like, no, it's not just a white person thing. But I just feel like if I do that with a girl, I'm going to get called the cops on. Like, is that wrong? Like I
That's a fact, bro. No, that's a good point. That's a good point, bro.
Like,
because like, God forbid she go to work with rope marks on her hands, bro. They're going to be like, what a concerned coworker is going to be like, no, they're just going to go do a wellness check on your house. Like, no, nigga, you call the cops on me. Don't hit me with no wellness check.
No, it's just like she go out with all these bruises and shit. And she's like, yeah, I wanted this. And it's like, no, why did you want all of this? Like, even when I get told to choke, I'm like, I do like this pressure, like my hands are like this, and I'm just like, I hope I'm doing it right. I'm like, come here, bitch.
Now the choking thing, I don't have a problem with the choking.
Oh,
thing.
Brooqlyn hit him with the come here, bitch.
No. But I'm only gonna use one hand.
Oh, what?
I'm definitely only using one hand.
Yeah. Niggas that use 2 and then start getting into their shit, them niggas wild.
I'll let her use 2 on me if she wants to. But I'm dark skinned. Them handprints ain't finna show up. I'm not worried about that. But I'm not about to get in there with 2 hands. No, because I feel like I'm breaking a law. I don't know, bro. I feel like I'm guilty of a crime at that point. That's what I
said. Like, I was talking to my girl about this because I saw it on Twitter and I was like, yo, how do you feel about all this? She's like, I mean, I don't want to get like tied down with 17 straps and whatnot. She said what we said, and I was just like, I feel like I'm abusing. Like if I do that, like,
right? Yeah,
I feel like I'm abusing.
It feels like I've crossed the line and I can't go back.
And I don't understand. Like, these are 2 scenarios I don't understand: rape fantasies and fucking slavery fantasies. Where it's
okay. I had an ex-girlfriend that wanted to do the rape scenario thing.
Oh God! And I know you were miserable.
No. The thing that scared me the most, Lynn, was this girl was. I swear to you, she was so sweet. She gave you a fucking cavity. Like, this girl used to cut her hair and donate it to cancer survivors, bro.
She was
she wanted me to do that, and I'm like, you want me to do what? Like, Lynn, I was like, if this is a test, I'm failing it because I don't believe you. Like, I thought she was lying for the longest time, and she was like, nah, bro, I want you to come in there with the hoodie on. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
We gotta get a lady on here that likes that shit so I can ask how. Cause like I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, to me, that's like a greatest fear type thing. Like, I don't want a clown to come in and like rape me. Like, that's my greatest fear. Like, bro, I would lose my shit if a clown walked in with just a big dick hanging out. Like, come here, boy. I'm just like, ah! I'm fucking that nigga up. I gotta fight his ass. I throw these hands like.
I was not ready for you to say some shit like that.
But that's what it's like.
You gotta face your fears, I guess. Maybe it's conquering your fear. Maybe
bro, mind control. I don't know, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Same thing with the slave situation. Like, I'm not about to
the slave thingy, I've seen jokes about it, but like, I feel like if I was ever approached, the conversation wouldn't end well.
It would just be like, why are you at? What, do you want to do this? Like,
yeah.
Because I don't want to do this. And if I don't want to do this, then we're not doing this.
I ain't finna call you master, so I don't know what the fuck you got going on in your head. It ain't happening. Like,
Daddy's coming home from the big house. We gotta hurry up and get this done, boy.
Yeah, like,
yes, master. Like,
I'm not about to do that. There's no way, bro. There's absolutely no fucking
oh shit, that would fuck me up. That would fuck me up. But
right.
like, but see, there's people out here that do all of this shit that we're talking about. And I know I'm not kink shaming y'all. That shit just funny.
I don't know, bro. It seems like you kink shame. I'm kink shaming the slave one.
Oh yeah, definitely kink shaming that for sure. But the bondage people, I'm kink shaming the rape thing too.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's weird, bro.
But the bondage.
By the way, I didn't do it. By the way, I did not do it.
I know you didn't do that. Like, there's no way. But the bondage one, I guess, if that's your thing, cool. It's just like, that's a you thing. Because like, I done seen pictures where girls get tied up, and my girl couldn't describe how she would be acceptable the way that we was like to the bed, and she was like, "Yeah, you can put my hands up here and my legs up here," and I was like, "Wait, if you put your hands up here and your legs up here, then you want to be tied like a calf?" And I was like, "I'm not about to tie you like no damn calf." like you know how you wrangle a calf?
Look, bro, she said, tie me up like me at the rodeo. That's what I'm talking about.
But there's women that like that shit, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not adventurous enough. That's not my jam. So, you know, whatevs. Oh man, that's all I really had this week. We had our draft, but I guess since Doom's not here, we can wait to do it when he comes next week. If you think so. If not, we can get it done right now because we got multiple drafts. But it was just a label draft. We can wait for him next week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of interviews this week. All right, Brooqlyn, tell the people they can find you on social media.
You can find me at all social medias at where Brooqlyn at. That's Brooqlyn with a Q, not a K. That's for marketing purposes.
And y'all make sure y'all go follow Doom at Lil Doom SJE, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my man.
Thanks,
tell him update his internet because my dude shit.
Tell him he gotta do
trash. His shit is trash, bro. Like he got.
I'm gonna start screen recording this motherfucker with his face freeze. I'm gonna start screenshotting these videos.
He has to do something, but. That's all the time we have in the beginning portion. Let's get into our interviews this week. We got 2 interviews, one with hip-hop artist Josh Simmons and one with comedian and film director Chris Jones from Lafayette. He just put out a film called Motel. But all of that right after this, we'll get into the song of the week and then I'll close it out this week because, like I said, Schubert's not here, so I'm going to just close it out with a couple sports rants. And then next week, Bros Who Binge will be full on. Bros Who Ball will be full on. Justin's going to have his top 15 players to look for in the draft and a lot of shit. But Mondays, baby, we got to get Doom's internet back to Wednesday caliber, Brooqlyn. We got to get
That's a fact, bro.
Got to get his internet back. But let's get into the song of the week right now.
Hey, this for the song, just like, I know this like when y'all had the support, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get the doubt, people that you really care about me.
Heard some niggas doubting me, you already knew. Been working while they all sleep, you already knew. I hope my mama proud of me, but I already knew. They small talking, saying shit, they already know. Told you this a million times, promise I never tell you lies. I don't understand it, she planning damage inside my mind. It ain't hard to manage, she dancing, stepping, designer eyes. Steady take advantage of all the things I prioritize. I gotta leave you, baby. Don't wanna see you, baby. I'm a new me, I'm tryna do me, I'm focused on me, baby. I'm going on TV, baby. I'm feeling like Weezy, baby. They know when they see me, baby. We ball every season, crazy. Highlight special, go ahead, you're welcome to the team. Just promise that you never leave. High plane scene, couple places I'ma go. I don't need it, this money bag I'm about to blow. You saying that you not for me, that you not for me. But shit, yeah, you about to be. Let's go somewhere you never seen, Just take some time and ride with me.
Man, that boy Josh Simmons, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Number one, Billboard. This song going platinum. Double platinum, triple platinum, quadruple platinum.
Back into reality, everything coming after me. I can see it in the headlights, everything happens so casually. Niggas on the same shit, trying to do equations. I ain't trying to end these nights off with these altercations. Everything you doing is just so complacent. I don't like just how you moving, time to make arrangements. Got me wondering who you choosing, we ain't on the same shit. It's never how your day went, another ultimatum. Shawty say she by my side, these niggas don't amaze me. Blowing trees, we getting high, we living so amazing. Overseas, we in Dubai, she roll it on occasion. It's crazy how we made it out, we came in from the basement. Highlight special, go ahead, you're welcome to the team. Just promise that you never leave. High plane scene, couple places I'ma go. I don't need it, this money bag about to blow. You saying that you not for me, that you not for me. But shit, yeah, you about to be. Let's go somewhere you never seen, Just take some time and ride with me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You have just heard the world premiere on the Bros Who Think podcast of this gentleman right here, Josh Simmons' new song, Highlight, a.k.a. Already Know, one of my jams. And the album's coming. We know it's coming. I've been waiting on it for forever, but I told him, I was like, look, we got to push the button. We got to get you on the pod. And then when the album drop, we just going to do an album review anyway.
Again, long overdue.
Exactly. So the Baton Rouge hip-hop artist, Josh Simmons, is in the building. How you doing, Josh?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain.
That's what I always say. And like, especially during the time of Corona, this racial inequality and the election, as long as your family and loved ones are okay and you're okay, then there's no complaints. Like, material shit comes back around. So that's how I feel, at least.
Yeah, it comes full circle. Like
100%.
Yeah.
So how has, before we get in anything, how has Corona affected you as an artist?
It's crazy. So it affected me like multiple ways, you know what I'm saying? Because really, like, when the COVID hit, it really just put the world on pause. Like, kind of just stopped everything. So, I had like, I'm not supposed to say, but I had like meetings set up, you know what I'm saying? I had like, I had shows that I was planning on doing, events and just like other things like that kind of, even videos, you know what I'm saying? I had to travel to certain areas, but like.
And see, you was booming, like, You were like me in the sense that like before COVID, like we was doing shit to where I had like a bunch of live shows coming with like anime cons. You just did the cypher with Jules. Like shit was popping off for you in Cali. You had the Complex Con. Like I saw you had a lot of events going. So I know this COVID shit was like fuck some of your shit up.
For real, because I was actually about to go back out there again.
See,
but it just it's. But at the same time, though, it also, to a degree, I feel like it also helped benefit me. Also, it didn't also just hinder me. You feel me? Because all the things that was sitting on the back burner and everything like that, you ain't got number time now. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you drop, people on their phones, they don't get. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's more so right now where it's like, oh, your shit got to be really good because everybody's on their phone. They're looking at everything that's going on. If your shit's not good, we turning that off and moving to the next thing.
Yeah, they got plenty more for the drop. Exactly. That's why, I may not drop, you know what I'm saying, like every week, you know what I'm saying, like some artists, but I just try to make sure everything I drop be quality, you know what I'm saying? I'm big on quality shit.
Let's talk about this because I think this is important in the era that we live in. I've talked to artists that's dropped, and this is no disrespect to any of these artists. If you can do this, this is great and maintain quality. No disrespect to you. But I think this is an interesting conversation because I think it's important because we see some artists that's dropping 4, 5, 6 projects in
a year. And
in a year.
This is how I feel. It's like right now, we're in the age of like microwave music. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's like everybody just hey, let me punch in. Come on. Let me punch in. You know what I mean? It's on some just like, we just trying to really now it's not about who has the best songs or the best
it's about who has the most almost.
The most songs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what? Like I get it. I feel, I want to have an aux and play all day, turn me up. But at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, who like in 20, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? Let's say when I'm on a whole nother bracket and doing some whole other stuff, I can go back and still watch these videos. I can have my kids come back and be like, damn, Pops was cool as a bit. Like
you make it timeless shit.
Exactly. So that's really just the goal for me. And, I also, I be kind of beating myself up because I be thinking like, hey, I'm not dropping like I should.
That's what I was about to ask you. How does that feel being an artist when you see like your peers are constantly dropping? But I think the thing about you is, like you said, quality. It's like when you do drop, it's never a miss.
It's worth, yeah. And so that's the thing, me and my peers, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the collective cul-de-sac, you know what I'm saying? Shout out gang, you feel me? But like we've been, trying to get on top of that, being more consistent and just, trying to just push it out and get it out there, you know what I'm saying? Just start pushing the button on niggas and it's like, I could curse, right?
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? They got explicit right by this shit. And if anybody's offended, I'm sorry, because I'm 26 years old. This is my show. I'm a grown-ass man. Like, this is, like, you can say whatever you want, my brother.
Yeah. But, so I was just, back to what I was saying, I was talking about, what was it?
We was talking about quality and about how y'all pushing the button now.
Yeah, and so now we just starting to get on the point where, you know what I'm saying, we just been stacking content for so long. Now we can start pushing the button, I try not to compare to, like, everybody else and, like, what everybody got going on, because, you know what I'm saying, when you compare that makes room for, like, disappointment, you know what I'm saying?
And doubt.
And
personal doubt.
Hell yeah, because, you know what I'm saying, they got artists that's dropping 3, 4 projects in the span of me dropping 2 singles or 2 videos, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, to me, it's like, I got the music to drop it, you know what I'm saying? I can do that, but I want everything that I do just to
be perfect.
You know, exactly.
Yeah. Like, how do you combat that doubt and that fear? Because obviously, you know that you're a great rapper and you know that, like, what you put out is quality, but because you see, certain people dropping 4, 6, 7, however many projects, and you dropping like 2 singles. And how do you deal with the, damn, are people gonna fuck with this? Like, how do you deal with that doubt and that fear?
So, it's kind of like, you might even laugh. It's like, to me. No,
I'm never gonna laugh, bro, because this is serious. Like, as a creative, the fear of failure, the fear of doubt, and it does.
It's like with me, whenever I create music, I bump it, I jam that shit all day until I get sick of it, you know what I'm saying? And like, to me, whenever I release, that's low-key a form of me just being like, all right, I'm done with it, y'all can have it. Like, that's me, and I'm on to something else. By the time y'all hear this, I'm on a whole nother vibe, you know what I'm saying? So people bumping the No Cap video, I got 2, 3 more videos tucked in the throat, like, You know what I'm saying? So it's
you
like,
got a clip loaded. You just use your bullets sparingly. I fuck with that. You're an efficient killer. You still a killer, but you
I'm headshotting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to move, you know, with it in the right way. But same time, you know, whenever I drop, I don't even look at the views. I don't look at none of that. I just, even when I post a picture on IG, I post it, I get off.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, what's quality, you know what I'm saying, if it's quality, it's gonna get the appreciation and the love that it deserves, you know what I'm saying. I do what I can on my part, you know, make sure y'all see it. I try to promote, you know, I try to do a nice little rollout.
And you can't control the universe time. It's like what Nip said, you just got to be ready when your time is called. As long as you're ready. See,
Get ready.
I'm so happy we having this conversation, because when you just meet people over the internet, you don't really get to know how they are. And I love when I talk to an artist and they're cool as fuck, like how I thought. I'm enjoying this conversation already. Hell yeah, my brother. Hell yeah.
Likewise, bro, real shit. I'm enjoying it too, bro. Real
fuck
shit.
Yeah. So we talking all kind of artist shit, but we got to get to the nitty gritty of like letting the fans, your fans, my fans, know who you are. So tell us.
Supporters.
The supporters, yeah, the community, the family. Yeah, I don't like saying fans. You're right. The supporters, the community, and the family, 100%. Let us know your story and how you got into rap music.
All right, so really, I'll take y'all back, man. All right,
that's what we want. That's what we here for.
Give it to y'all. So, you know, originally I was born in Lafayette, you know, born and raised.
Oh shit, I didn't. That makes sense for what we talked about off air. Okay,
exactly. Yeah, you know, bro, bread, you know, all that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That side, you know, I'm from that side of the water, and I used to watch Elmo and Drumline and stuff like that, and I would just be beating on pots and pans. Like I got like no bullshit.
Bro, that moment where that nigga started drumming on the fat nigga shit, legendary.
Yeah, like I got like VHS footage of my mom and dad showing me, like, you know what I'm saying, like me playing on stuff like that, and eventually they was like, all right, we gonna get this boy a drum set.
Yeah.
Got a drum set around like 4 years old. And like after that, I started doing classes. I was actually on the news a few times, you know what I'm saying? Like playing the drums and stuff like that. So it's like music always been a part of me, you know.
Talent is there.
Exactly. And so, you know, eventually over time, you know, me and my brother, you know, and you know, my boy Villa, we were like come together.
Shout out Villa. He need to come on this pod too as well.
Shout out PA. I know you watching. Shout out. He actually just texted me just now, speaking of the devil.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we were just like freestyling, just kind of just you know, BSing, not really taking it serious, and you know, just stuff like that. You remember when everybody was jerking?
Jerking, yeah, bro. I'm always around my crib jerking, and my girl's like, you need to stop that shit.
So when everybody was jerking and stuff like that, everybody would like come up with like nicknames and all that type of stuff, and it's like a nickname never really worked for me. Like,
okay.
I'm no damn Sonic. Like I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Then just, you know, eventually my boy Villa was like, hey, you know, you need to be he said something. He said Jay Sims. And I was like, nah, Josh Simmons. And he was like, And I was like, okay. You know, after that, we started freestyling, you know, more and more. And eventually we was at school with it, you know what I'm saying? Freestyling. We got big circles around us just listening like,
you niggas cold.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it was really like on that type of tip. Started, you know, doing shows and stuff like that. Shout out my boy Scott. We was like one of the only few, like I was in high school, you know what I'm saying, doing shows like with a live band, you know what I'm saying, packing out Atomic Pop Shop, you know what I'm saying? People literally like no BS, like lined out the door, like really. So
been
it's
doing
like,
this shit.
Like not even trying to brag or nothing, but it's just like I feel like to a degree, you know what I'm saying, I really did help, you know, contribute to the Baton Rouge scene, you know what I mean? And a lot of other artists, don't get me wrong, like Jose Xavier and Jira and like, you know what I'm saying? Like the list goes on. I could list the whole BR.
And we're going to talk about that because that's something that I ask every Baton Rouge artist. So we're going to get to that for sure.
Exactly. So like that wave was really with like Atomic Pop Shop, the Bando and stuff like that. And we just started like, I just started really just seeing the feedback on it. And it just really just, it just made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? My brother was like, you know what I'm saying? Like my biggest supporter, like he'll hear me rap like, hey, Turner, hey, drop that. Hey, maybe you should, you know, come like this on the, I like when you rap on these type of beats. And he was really, you know what I'm saying, really who always kept me motivated and keep me going. And, you know what I'm saying, thankful that I got, you know, the collective that I got now. Shout out Cul-de-sac once again, you know, they like my family, they my brothers now. So those are really, honestly, I can say the people that really just keep me going and keep me motivated. You know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah.
Really, if it wouldn't feel like CDS, I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now.
So when did it go from, all right, we in school, we doing these freestyle rap sessions, niggas saying we dope, to now it's like, okay, I'm taking this shit serious?
So I started taking it serious. All right, boom. I recorded my first song my freshman year. Like ending the freshman year, we had like a studio in the computer lab and like the storage room.
Okay, and this freshman year in high school? Freshman
year in high school. Okay. Like we was like cutting class. Like, don't tell my people, but like,
no, it's good. It's good.
Class, like all this type of stuff to go in the studio and like watch other people like record and just like learn. You know what I'm saying?
Study your craft. Get them 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours in. Yeah, you see where I'm at right now. You feel me? But and then eventually, like my sophomore year was when I was like, okay. After I dropped my first song, like I had the whole school like, yo, hey,
we need something new. Like, yeah.
It was always like a good thing. I was never really like, like the most popular, but I wasn't like a square neither. You know what I'm saying? Like people just knew me for like me just doing my own thing.
You was just that dude that everybody fucked with.
Yeah, and it was like I was kind of scared like to tell people that I rapped. Like like it was kind of like low key, like I did it, but I didn't really like embrace it fully. You know what I'm saying? Like I play my song, I'm like, hey man, turn it off. You know what I'm saying? But now turn that motherfucker up. Hey, that bit lit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
what spawned that transition? Like, what made it to where, okay, I'm comfortable in myself as a creative. Now it's like, you guys, I'm here. I've arrived. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because it's like, I still, have them thoughts, them doubts.
For sure.
Hey, but I guess what really kind of just made it just like, I'm undeniable. Not even undeniable, but just like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the music that I'm making now, I'm way more confident in, you know what I'm saying? My delivery is there, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about shit that I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Then just also just like, once I realized I was appealing to people outside of just people like me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got, partners that's like living in, Baker, Gardier, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like hood niggas like this on some like, hey, I
fuck with that.
Hard, you know what I'm saying? I got, I even got, the little white kids at Baton Rouge High and all these like, hey bro, this shit's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
when the suburban kids and hood niggas meet, it's a good time, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I started doing like, the pop-up shops and stuff like that, and people was genuinely supporting, people are paying to come in, people are buying the t-shirts, people are staying until the end, you know what I'm saying? And really trying to talk to me afterwards and just getting the different interaction and stuff that I was getting is just like, okay, if I don't believe in myself, how am I going to expect other people to, you know what I'm saying? And, really, it was just like, eventually I just got to the point where I just got proud in what I was making, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie, to me, at least, every song you make is not a hit. Every song you make ain't when it is.
That's a great quality that you have, that the ability to be honest with yourself.
Exactly, and that's what me and my circle keep, like, we stand on that, like, this is music, like, this is like, this is what we expressing ourselves with, this, that, and the third, and like, you can't cut corners with this, like, hey bro, you probably could have came harder on this, hey bro, that was hard, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is. But if you just have yes men around you all the time and people that's just like, whatever it is, hey bro, hey, that's it, that's a hit, drop it, every time, you're not going to get any better, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to improve. And you know what I'm saying? And you just got to be honest with yourself. You got to learn. You got to drop a song and get that feedback like, hey, I like when you rap like this. I don't like when you do this. Or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take that creative criticism and also just know yourself. Like,
yeah,
I know I'm better than this. I know my flow might be nice, but I played this whole song, but what did I really just say? You know what I'm saying? Like, just different things like that. Like, you got to, okay, I'm listening to the song. Do I see anything? Do I get any type of picture in my head? Did I really paint a picture for somebody? Or am I just talking about drip and hitting that bit from the back? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, 100%. So wait, this is awesome because there's so many, from what you just said, there's so many directions I want to go. But we got to start off with what's most prevalent. You just said about how you take your time, you make sure that that what you're saying is important. It's not just some nonsense, and it's about making sure you're honest with yourself, that you're putting out good music, and you can tell yourself when it's time. So how important are lyrics and bars to you? And being that you take your time with putting out music, how's the rework process? Do you rework a song until do you like how you write an essay? You do a rough draft, then you take your criticism. Talk to me about rewriting and how important lyrics are to you.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna say it like this: in today's day and age, lyrics aren't important. It's about do I feel something?
Yeah.
Is this making me feel something? Is this making me want to bob my head? Is this making me want to be like, make that ugly face? You know what I'm saying? Is this making me feel something? Will it make me want to play the song again? You know what I'm saying? So that's always the key, the number one. You know what I'm saying? Always, make sure your delivery is there. Make sure you're dominant on the track. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, my brother and like my dad really instilled, you know what I'm saying, like substance into me. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless, like just always talking about something. You may not have to be long 4 years ago, back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta still be, what's your story? Like, let me learn something new about you every song. Let me, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. And
100%.
Yeah. So, but as far as like the rework process, I give myself like time. That's like my rework process. I'll listen to a song, I'll play it. That's dope. I'll probably like end up, I try to like tweak it and critique it as much as I can in that day. But then I'll be like, okay, I did enough. Let me make something else, or let me just come back to it tomorrow.
Another day, yeah.
Another day, have a fresh set of ears. Because, eventually you just get starting to add and shit and taking stuff off that,
you may lose the soul.
There and it lose the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I try to just be very hands-on with everything that I do, but at the same time, I want it to be I want my music to be an experience. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So when you listen to it, it's like there's gonna be layers. There's gonna be it's like an atmospherical vibe and just different type of things that you can take and grab from it. Different sources of inspiration. You know what I mean? And so there is some songs, I may write the whole song, knock it out, then come back, be like, cut that verse, make a new verse, stuff like that. But I'm getting to the point of now where I'm just starting to like, okay, I laid this down. This is how I felt. Well, I obviously felt like this for a reason. Okay, cool. I may tweak maybe how I say things, but I try not to be too like, oh, I said D instead of the. Let me
fix it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta, if the feeling is there, the lyrics sometimes can back up. That's how you get songs like Pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Pressure is a complete freestyle, complete just punch in, just ad lib and just.
We're gonna vibe right now.
I wanted somebody when they cut it on you. Okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that was the whole thing about Pressure, was just basically I want you to feel this dark trap vibe that like, hey, I may be talking about this, but hey, I could do this too. I could bring you know what I'm saying? And just showing my versatility, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. If you to answer your question fully, are lyrics important? I say lyrics are a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10.
100%. Oh, I like that take, and I like that your honesty, because I feel like in terms of rap, I've been saying since this podcast has started, but even before then, I look at it where it's like I use Biggie and Tupac as an example, but we can even use Kendrick and Drake in a modern form. Okay. Biggie and Kendrick are these people where their lyrics and their storytelling are painting a picture for you, and you get transported to where they are, and you're watching whatever instance they're telling you happened, and you're seeing it in your head. Whereas Drake and Pac, they're a feeling, they're a vibe. You may see the party and the women that Drake paint. You may see the thug mansion that Pac paints, but it's more so you're feeling the emotion they're coming across. That's what gets you the vibe. And I love that you were one of these emotional, you lean more towards the emotion part, but you still tap into the lyrics.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I love that. That is, I'm so glad you just said that, because that's a key component to making music. And being that, let's take it this route, being that you are a trained drummer, you've been into music forever, and you said you're very hands-on. How hands-on are you in the production process, in the process of making beats, picking beats, telling producers to do the DJ Khaled or the Diddy, like put something here, put something here?
All right, so like once again, like I said, I try to be, as most hands-on as possible, you know what I mean? Even down to the videos, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like, with the beats, I have like a certain bag of like pocket of producers that, you know what I'm saying, that's always on call, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you got your people.
Shout out my niggas, Sean Joe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying, E Butter, shout out all my dogs, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, also Fitz. Hey, Fitz. Shout out Fitz. But yeah, I kind of really just let the music speak. Whenever I'll hear a song or a producer sends me a pack, they play me a beat, I'll really just like, once again, go back to that key word, that feeling. Do I feel something? Is this making me feel something? What is coming to my mind? Is this moving me? You know what I'm saying? A beat could be hard and it could be like, bro, this beat hard, but it didn't move me in a certain way to make me want to rap. It made me want to just maybe bow my head like, oh, this is a hard beat. You know what I'm saying? So with certain beats, it's like if I have a certain image or picture in my head, it's like, you know, I'll tell the producer, like, because luckily I'm in a situation where I have like certain relationships with certain producers where I could be like, hey, turn this down. Hey, maybe change it to a rim shot. Maybe turn this to put some drums or 808 right there. You know, unlike some people, you know, like at least I was at that point, you know, I was just on YouTube beats and SoundCloud, like
every rapper is at in the beginning.
I'm working with what I got, you know what I mean? But as you know, the more and more I'm starting to progress, I'm trying to, you know, be more hands-on. I even, you know, copped this not too long ago, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I asked. I knew when you said you make drums, I was like, he gotta at least be thinking about making beats.
Yeah, so I got like a few songs that, you know, I produced that's out right now, but a lot of unreleased stuff that's gonna be coming. You know, my boy No Chill about to drop a single, Weekend in Mexico. I produced that, you know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah,
that drop, you know, that's me, you know what I mean? But I try to dibble and dab, but it's just like a lot on my plate right now, so I try not to, you know, overwork myself or like, you know, to 100%. Where I get, you know what I mean?
How do you feel about producing? Do you like being that you got a song coming and you've been working on it for a while? How do you like producing more than rapping? Do you like it equally, or is it just like a different bag that when you get in, it's separate? But I love that bag, but I can't compare it to rap.
It's two different bags. It's two different bags. You know what I mean? Because it's like we're producing like. Look, boom. So with rapping, it's like more so like I'm trying to get not even saying I'm just trying to get this done. I'm trying to get it done, but it's like as of lately, when I start a song, I try to finish it. I try to like I'm not trying to just halfway or just like lay a hook, unless that's just the vibe I'm on. But I try
60 different demos that aren't never done.
Yeah, you know, but I try to just like knock it out. As far as like with producing, I'll start making the beat, end up just vibing for 30 minutes, just, oh, this is hard, you know what I'm saying? And end up never finishing the file, you know what I mean? It's just something that it's a tool that I like to practice and, you know, eventually soon perfect, you know what I mean? I want to eventually, you know, after I drop this project, that's the goal, you know, just take the time to, all right, focus on this producing to where like next project after this one is me.
Yeah.
It's to a degree, I feel like, you know, when you're not hands-on or you're not with the producer or producing it, you know what I mean? You're adding to another person's picture, you know what I'm saying? You're painting over somebody else's picture instead of me starting with a clean slate and giving
paint your whole picture.
You know what I mean?
I like that take.
Yeah, and I want to get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, when you listen to artists like Drake, Roddy Ricch, and Kendrick, and Biggie, like, you know what I'm saying, like you're saying, you got them fully. This is what they felt. This is what they were trying to come across with, and you got it. You know what I'm saying? With some of the songs that I have now, you know, it's like I'm giving you a piece of me over this person's vision. You know what I mean? Or I'm adding a few more colors over this painting or whatever the case.
Especially since it's like you in the beginning stages when you're doing YouTube beats, you have no contact with that producer. It's like you're trying to fit your thought in that vibe. Now that you have your guys and you're working on it yourself, it's like, okay, I can get with my guys and we could paint this picture together. And then when it's me, I can paint the picture totally. So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, all right, let's get into, before we get into some cul-de-sac stuff, because we've talked about just music and everything. Can you let us know when the album's coming?
All right, so...
or at least a time frame. You don't have to give us an exact date. Just give us a section of days where it maybe could,
All right, so I'm going to actually shoot a date in the air because this is what the goal is. You know, December 15th, we'll have some some sort of, you know what I'm saying, announcement, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sort of rollout coming out, you know what I'm saying?
We're putting the air horns behind that.
We put, you know, some type of heat, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do also like to release off of how I feel, and also just like I'm not really too much of, you know, the environment, or like I'm not trying to sound negative or anything, or like the state of the world in a way, but I just try to go off of how I feel and like, okay, am I in the right
state of mind? Like, yeah,
to release this music, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, with COVID and all this other stuff going on, you know, I just try to still be, you know, just looking, you know, there's no such thing as the perfect time, but
yeah,
I just try to
whenever it fits how you feel.
I want to have at least some sort of control over when I decide to push the button on that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So December 15th. All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Hell yeah. Do we have a name for it?
It's just what's this called when it's just like the, you know, let me see.
Bracket?
Let me just look. The name is Demo, but
okay.
So hold up.
Ooh, let's see. I'm excited. He writing something for us.
Kind of just like.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you got it bracketed. You got. I fuck with that.
Yeah, so just basically just bracket it off like Demo. I don't know if you know, in high school I dropped a EP, and it was like quotations EP by Josh Simmons. You know what I'm saying? So like really, it was just kind of just a joke on with my brother. You know, rest in peace to my brother. But he always used to joke with me, just like, hey, you need to drop the album. You need to drop the album. Like, hey, what if one day you drop that album? You call it that album, and I'll just be like, okay,
that's honoring him.
And just to a degree, it's like I'm just gonna keep on playing on that, like, you know. So I got EP, then I got the demo,
and then we're gonna get the album.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah!
We'll just eventually just play on that.
Not to bring the vibe down, but because you mentioned it, I want to let your fans get to know about you. Talk to me about how losing your brother affected you, because I didn't know that. And when did that happen in your life?
All right, so
and you don't have to get too deep, too personal, but just
I got it.
But just enough to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, okay, you got a tattoo on your leg. Fuck yeah.
So rest in peace to my mom and my brother. Sadly,
peace.
I lost them both on the same day in the 18th incident. But it's really ever since, you know, losing them, it kind of, you know, losing people, it changes your perspective on things and just how you view things, you know what I'm saying, and just life as a whole. And you become more appreciative of things, you know what I mean? And it also, it forces you to change, you know what I mean? It forces you to operate different. And, you know, at one point in time, it did, you know, slow me down. It did, you know, weigh on me, you know, and just eat me up. I couldn't create, you know, just things like that. But now I got to the point where it's like, I use that pain as like a fuel and like a motivation, you know what I'm saying? And
100%.
That's what really just keep me going every day, you know what I'm saying? The fact that when I was doing those shows and had people singing my song, my mom was there for one of those shows, you know what I'm saying? And she saw it, like she got to see it full hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
And that's something that's special.
You know what I'm saying? Because at one point it was just like, oh, you want to rap? All right, you're going to go to school. And
but
you
she
know,
got to see your talent. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
And from that point, you know, her actually believing in me and my mama coming to me, where the music at? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like singing my songs and things like that is really what, you know what I'm saying? Just those memories and those emotions is really just what keep me going every day. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, brother.
I honestly wouldn't be who I am and the Josh Simmons that I am right now. You know what I'm saying? And moving the way that I am, if that, sadly, if you know what I'm saying, that didn't happen. So that
change. You use the negative situation to become a positive, 100%.
Yeah,
if you have any advice for anybody, because we're in a time right now with COVID and just how the world is, if you have any advice for anybody going through any tough situation like that where they lost a loved one or someone close to them, what would your advice be?
Let me see. You're not alone. You have people that love you.
Yes, sir.
And it's like everything that you need is around you.
Yes, sir.
Like if you I promise you overlooking it, you know what I'm saying? Family is important. You know what I mean? And when I say family, I don't just mean blood. I mean, you know, people who's loyal to you.
Who's there for you, yeah.
Everything like that. And also just, as cliche as it may sound, things happen for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, and things have to happen in order for you to change, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, your parents could tell you, hey, save your money. But until you go to the you on a date with your girl and you swipe your card and it say dinner on. Damn, I should have really saved my money. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Don't wait till it's too late to appreciate your family. Don't wait till it's too late to text whoever that is that's on your mind at that moment. Hey,
that you love them, yeah.
I'm saying just something simple as that. You know, just whatever the case is, and it's not being soft. It's not being.
Oh yeah, and see that's something. That's I'm so happy you said that because that's something as men, but more so black men, we have to change because. I'm good. No, nigga, let it out. You know what I'm saying? The more you hold it in, the more it eats you up and tears at you.
Exactly. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold that shit in. Like when you cry, that's a form of release. That's 100%. You know what I'm saying? When it rains, that's a way of God resetting the day. You know, resetting the times. You know what I mean? So, just like it's okay to feel how you feeling. Everything is only temporary. You know what I'm saying? And a flower gonna grow from that. So.
100%. Fuck yeah. Like I said this earlier. I love that we're having this conversation. I love this conversation even more because when an artist can give you something like that, that is what I feel us as creatives are here for. Yes, we put out our art, but if our art and the words we use can change someone's life, that's what's important to me at the end of the day, and I can tell that it's important to you. So let's bring up the vibes again. Give us some of your influences when it comes to rap.
All right, so First influences before we even get to anything else is CDS, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? My boy Wakai, shout out Wakai. My boy Rondé, my boy No Chill, and Villa, you know what I'm saying? So, like, those are really the ones that influence me, that inspire me, you know what I'm saying, that keep me going. I see them, or I hear a song that they send in a group message. Oh, I gotta get
come,
to the board. Like, you know what I mean? So
iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel.
And I'm thankful, and luckily I got the team that I have, you know what I'm saying, that continues to motivate and inspire me, you know. But
wait, before you even go to any more, before you get to any others, you've mentioned them multiple times. Let's talk about this. For the people that don't know, what is Cul-de-sac? Is it a label? Is it a collective? Talk to me about how it got started and just give us some of the members.
All right, so boom. I already said the members, you know what I'm saying? I'll say them again.
Yeah, say it again. Fuck yeah, that's your niggas. And look, let me tell them, I want all of y'all on the pod. We got to get all of y'all.
It's coming because how about this? Because we about to drop a little, not a group? No, we're collective. We're collective.
Yeah.
We're about to drop a collective EP, you know what I'm saying? And so
we're going to bring everybody on this mug. We're going to try to do that shit in person. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right, we're going to set that up. But
so give us the names because I was talking over you because I wanted to be Rondé.
The singer, my nigga, one of the hardest singers you're gonna hear in your life, and he can rap. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rondé. My nigga Wakai, just that's poetic justice at its finest.
Lyricist to the T. That nigga can rap.
Yes, like that's just straight bars.
That's a fact.
We gotta play the song back to hear what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
I love Wakai's music.
My boy No Chill, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, I feel like he's really just an example of what the future like of music is, you know what I'm saying? Like
real, that's a high compliment right there.
Like that's really what I can say because he just got so many different. He like an onion, bro. Like layers.
So many layers, yeah.
He's different, and then my boy Villa.
That nigga fool.
It's like because y'all don't know yet. That's what I'm saying. It's like this nigga is like the Kraken that's in the cage, and it's like nobody know he there. Like nobody know what he really got. You know what I'm saying? But you know we getting on his ass. I'm gonna say it like it is. I'm getting on this nigga ass. Like bro, this nigga got I'm not bullshitting.
100 songs.
100, like not even 100, like hundreds, like at least 200 songs.
We gotta release the Kraken.
Yes, and it's like, bro, this nigga is different. It's like I'm raw, but this nigga,
that's real. When you
know what I mean,
that's how you know y'all are a real like family. When you can acknowledge everybody else's strengths while not where it's not like taken away from you. It's like I'm just honest. I'm cold, real. But that nigga cold.
That nigga cold, like you know what I'm saying. And it's like it's endless when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying. And well, really when it comes to all of us, it's endless. But you know what I'm saying. Just adding icing on the cake with that. But cul-de-sac, you know what I'm saying. What it means, cul-de-sac means, you know what I'm saying. To us, it's just like the same thing with a street. You know what I'm saying. You seen Eddie and Eddie. You know what I'm saying.
That's what I thought of from the jump.
So boom, it's like when you see a cul-de-sac street, it's one way in and it's one way out. And the one way in and one way out is through whatever it is that you love. And for us, it's the music. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's the only way out of this shit in the situation that we in is through this music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Cul-de-sac is actually bigger than, you know what I'm saying, just music. You know what I'm saying? We want to be a label. We want to be like I said, a label and have just different pockets. We're a collective of just creatives. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Osha, you know what I'm saying? He do videography, you know what I'm saying?
But he part of the cul-de-sac too. Fuck it.
Cul-de-sac too, you know what I'm saying? I got people that, you know what I'm saying, that's just doing, you know, paperwork. They know how to, you know, work with, you know, management, you know, just different things like that. You know, we just trying to basically be the like, you know what I'm saying, on some no limit, you know what I mean? On some
bring back that feeling.
PG Lane, you know what I'm saying? Just on some just like where, you know, creative can create.
Like early 2011, 2010 Odd Future. I'm not talking like when they fell off, like when they were a legit collective.
Yeah, Taylor Gang, you know what I'm saying? Just all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna hit y'all with the vlogs, you know what I'm saying? We gonna hit y'all with the, you know, the music, of course, the music videos, the skits, just, you know.
Just different content.
Just to, you know, stay in y'all face and, you know, make y'all feel us.
When did y'all start?
We started, it just happened organically, you know what I mean? So it really, you know, it started with, you know, me and my boy Villa, you know, me and him was just, you know, always talking about, you know, this is when, you know, let me see, when we first started rapping, like, you know, freestyling and stuff like that, we was just always like, you know, it'd be dope to have a collective, you know, Black Hippie and all them just started doing their thing, you know. So this was probably back like 20, maybe
13, 14?
We was freestyling.
15.
Yeah, we was freestyling 2013, 2014. We was making songs 2015.
Okay.
We was making songs like 2015, and we started really releasing and shit like that, like 2016, like heavy. That's when we started doing shows, and like in 2017, that's when it was just started going like crazy. But I miss them days, the SoundCloud days. But like so we just started like that. Then eventually we came across, you know, my boy with Kai, and Cul-de-sac started as us three. And so we was like, you know, like I said, doing shows and things like that. And over time, you know, the crazy thing is we've all been associated with each other and friends, but it's just like over time, it just kind of like we weeded out all that bullshit. And we
got
like,
all the negativity and everything that was like,
all the negativity, all the just like, you know what I'm saying? We all had different groups of friends and just things like that, but
y'all got together with like minds. It was like, if you're going after the goal, we gonna trim off the fat.
Exactly. And we got to the point where we just we a lean ass steak right now, ready to grill. You feel me?
Fuck yes, hell yeah.
Like we getting to the point.
I think you said something that was brilliant, and it's something that I want to touch on. And I love that you're being open with me, because this is what this show is supposed to be, where we can take multiple lanes and go off of. It's supposed to be a free flowing convo.
I can't cut no corners with you. You know what I'm saying? It's long overdue. You know, and I
love this.
Needed. You feel me? So
you said something about how y'all have people doing paperwork and doing this and that, and how everybody has their role. Talk to me about how everybody has their role to play, but each role is essential for the group going forward. Not everybody has to be in front of the camera. Not everybody has to be a rapper, but we need a manager. We need a videographer. We need a producer. We need a secretary. Talk to me about how everybody needs to play their role and how each role is important.
Exactly. Okay. So, just really, shout out my boy, Bruce. He not Cul-de-sac, but he's just, somebody that, you know, always just done me with information and things. And, he told me this and it stuck with me like hard. He said, the rollout is just as important as the project or anything that you're putting out.
Yes, sir.
And when he said that, it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because people just think, oh, I'm making hits, post on Instagram, out now, y'all fuck with me. Y'all, you about to do that 3 times, you gonna blow. That's not how it goes. That's not.
Fuck no, yes.
You're not AIDS, you know what I'm saying? You're not, you know what I'm saying?
You're not fucking Drake. Drake's the only, but even him is.
Do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
there's nobody on earth that does it just them.
Not Playboy Cardi. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're not in the situation, in a position to do that yet. So, you know, we try to just make sure everything is there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we still have flaws and holes in our system right now, but, you know, that comes with time and we getting better and we improving. So, just like, you know what I'm saying? If you were somebody that never heard of Josh Simmons or any member that's in the cul-de-sac, you know what I'm saying? and let's say you just found me through a mutual friend on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. You click me, all my information is there, all the music is there, website gonna soon be up, just things like that, got a bio, press kits, all these things like that. This nigga's legit. Hey, let me keep up with him. Let me see what he doing, because clearly he about to do something. He's on the right path. He about to blow. This is what my dad told me. People gonna treat it how you treat it.
Yep.
And that's as simple as I could put it. And that is one thing that also stuck with me. You feel me? And just like whenever, like I said, when you treat it how you, like, if somebody like, oh yeah, I just dropped a little video, go fuck with it. They're gonna treat it like a little video.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So whenever I like quality. Everything that I do, I try to make it quality, down to the clothes that I wear. You feel me? So it's like, I try to make sure everything is like, I take my time into a video. The video that I just dropped, man, he sent that video back to me about almost 7 times. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
because it had to be perfect. Yeah.
Hey, get this right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they got to be perfect, but because, you know what I'm saying, flaws is what make things perfect. You know what I'm saying? In a way.
But it had to be to your liking, to where, yeah.
I got to get it to where it's like, hey, if you don't like this, if you watch this and tell me that ain't hard, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I try to get it to basically, if you hear my song, you play my video, whatever, you press play, you hear it, and you look at my face, all I can do is this. I told you, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to just go with that, you know?
100%. Now let's get back to now that we got that out the way. Let's get back to some of your influences. So we got Cul-de-sac. Give me some of the influences that make up the DNA of Josh Simmons.
Okay, all right. So let's say boom. You know, I gotta give it to Kanye. You feel me? That's like first rap song I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Mac Miller, for real.
Rest in peace, bro. The other day I was listening to Faces. I was so sad listening to Faces, because when Funeral plays, I want to cry because he was talking about that shit, man.
Yeah. And that's, to me, that's how I feel. Like he was really crying out for it, and like
for help. Yeah, and nobody. Yeah, no, 100%. Coldest white rapper. I don't care what nobody says about Eminem. It's Mac Miller for me.
Yeah. He had he had it. You know what I'm saying? I wrote my first rap to Donald Trump beat, like fuck Donald Trump, but to the Donald Trump beat.
Yeah. And you know, that's someone that music misses thoroughly. Like,
yeah, and it's like he is I can honestly say one of the ones that like impacted me very strong, you know what I'm saying? It really made me want to do what I'm doing now.
Yep.
I could say, you know what I'm saying, I could lean towards, you know what I'm saying, the Alicia Keys, and you know,
I like that.
That's my mama, you know what I'm saying? She put me on that, you know, Indie and that whole lane.
And that makes sense when you hear songs like the one we played. I don't want to say the wrong name. Like the one we played, Highlight, because the melodies you get into, you hear the Indie Alicia Keys influence, like when you get into certain pockets.
Yeah, like the No Signals and the highlights and things like that. But also, you know, like my dad, he also really played an influence on me, because, you know, the music he would play, you know, from the Chop and Screw, the, you know what I'm saying, the UGK and all that type of stuff that he would bump, you know what I'm saying? And I guess lastly, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, I got to give it to, you know, my boy J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? I don't bump him as much as I do, like as I used to, but, you know, he played an impact on me. Kid Cudi, you know what I'm saying? Like the list could really go on. I feel like really I'm just like I'm like a gumbo, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I just all the shit that I like, I just mix it up, and that just makes that. And I take the parts of it that's me and make myself with it, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Just try to make shit that just
and give the people that flavor. Fuck yes, sir. So talk to me about just real quick, what if you have something that you one to two words or 1 to 2 phrases that you want people to take away from this upcoming project demo, what would that be?
2 words
or 2 phrases. Just give us something, and that's too specific. Just give us something that you want people to take away from this project demo when it drops.
Okay. Well, with this demo, basically, with this demo, I treated it like as if this was like a video game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the concept, but as far as that's just kind of the way I approached it. You know what I'm saying? If Josh Simmons was a demo, what would it be? You know what I'm saying? So gotcha. I have different layers. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically with this project, I'm showing my versatility. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing like, you know, I'm sampling with, you know, auto tunes, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm hopping on different type of beats. You know what I'm saying? I got the rap shit. I got the singing. I got the track. You know what I'm saying? I'm just all over with it. You know what I'm saying? And
you flexing your creativity muscle. Like, yeah.
And this was really like, I can say, the project that I was the most experimental with, and also up to date, I guess you can say, my most challenging piece of work that I worked on, because it's like I was really trying to go against the grain of what I normally do. You know what I'm saying? I can easily hop on, you know, some you know, just some
and just rap. Yeah.
Just demolish. Like, you know, I could rap all day, you know what I'm saying? But not everybody can make good songs. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to get to the point where it's like, yeah, you know, I can rap. I didn't, you know, I feel like I got to the point where I didn't show niggas I can rap, but I got a song on that too that's like, hey, bars. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know,
this is showing that you're a full artist. This is showing your complete artistry. Yeah.
Basically what I have yet to come, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can get in this bag, that bag, and this bag, you know what I'm saying, while doing this at the same time, you know? So I just try to do all those things while still being myself, you know? So if anything I say to take from this is just really just listen to it with an open mind, you know what I'm saying? And also just when you listen to this, be riding around. Just ride. Go somewhere.
I like that. This is a good car project. Fuck yeah.
Go somewhere that, you know what I'm saying, you either haven't been in a long time, or shit, go somewhere you never been. Shit, take a drive to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. Go to Lafayette. Go somewhere. Wherever you at, take a 30-minute drive out your day and go to the opposite way home.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It's not too long. Right now we at 9 songs. I want to do 10, you know, with an intro. But that's about, I was shooting for 11, but I'm gonna save that. That's just gonna be something I'm gonna just drop.
That's something we're gonna talk about when we get there. Hell yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that's really what I can say. Just listen to it with an open mind, and I want you to just ride around and vibe to it.
100%. Okay, so I got a question about Highlight. Who is the ad libs on Highlight? And boy, the melody that you tap into for verse 2, nuts. When you start getting in your couplets, I was like, okay, this nigga Josh Simmons on one. Okay. So who's the ad libs? Who made the beat? And just talk to me a little bit about Highlight.
All right, so as far as the ad libs, everything on the beat is me.
That's you singing in the back. Okay, see, I thought that was Rondé. I really thought that was that's crazy. I did not know that was you.
That's me. The only thing that's different, I had one of my dogs feedback. You doing like the little this is Billboard.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the talking, but everything else that was just completely me. As far as the beat, once again, that's my boy Slay. Shout out my dog Slay.
Shout out Slay.
And but the crazy story about that song is just like, that's a song I wrote. I kind of like, it's weird because when I make music, it's kind of like in bursts. You know what I'm saying? I try to, like, you know, create every day and stuff like that, but that's just not how it goes sometimes.
You get writer's block. You're just human.
You get writer's block and things like that. And it's like, I just know, like, once I get into the flow and I'm in my bag, I just try to cook as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably like song 4 out of like the 6 I had made. And like just kind of like in the span of like that session and everything like that. And I was just like, you know, just kind of just talking about different topics and things like that. But I liked it. And I liked the song when I first made it. And then just like over time, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to drop it.
Nah, that shit is hard. That got to be I know it's not on the album, but you got to make that like a bonus track or something.
Yeah, see, that might be the 11th song. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, because that song too tough. Like, you underselling it.
And that's the crazy part. Like, everybody, like the feedback I'm getting on it is totally opposite of what I was expecting.
And see, that's good.
And so, like, then let alone when I put the visual to it, it kind of made me like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and let me put this out. You know what I'm saying? Just something to hold on for a little
tie over. Like,
a little tie over until I drop, you know, something else. And this is kind of a side note, but it's just like really the reason why it's like the reason why I just kind of like really just pressed the button on it, because I looked at the title and I just watched the video, and it was like, for some reason I thought about 106 in Park. And so like
it does give that vibe though. Now that you say that,
and they talk about,
I can see it on the classic TRL 106 in Park like music video
like
slate
in the background, like on the screen. And so like it just made me like think about like you know, when they talk about certain artists, all the different screen, like all the different like footages and like different clips of like the artists and just like stuff like that, like they highlight reel or whatever the case is. And it was like, okay, if I don't drop this is just to a degree hindering myself and like my supporters, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta put this shit out. I gotta stop holding on to shit, you know what I'm saying? So I just like dropped it on I shot it on my birthday, like the video, dropped it a few days after that, and I was just like once again, I dropped it. I ain't look at it. I
just let it go.
Left alone, and I'm getting the feedback that I'm getting on it. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully, you know, it's good feedback. You know.
Hell yeah. Okay, John. Before we get, because we do this where we handle the business and then we talk rapid fire and we get some other questions outside of music. Tell the people where they can find your music at right now on streaming services and whatnot.
You can find me on all platforms, any streaming platform. You know what I'm saying? That goes from Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Google Play, the list goes on, you feel me? Just type in Josh Simmons, no space, JoshSimmons, you feel me? No space. I'm also gonna be having a website coming soon, but you can find me on all social media also at just type in Josh Simmons, it's gonna come up, the link, every platform, social media platform, the link to my YouTube, music, everything else in between, it's all there. So I'm just making it easy for y'all. Y'all click one button. Y'all got everything I got.
Y'all go do that because right now, before the album before demo drop, we got Highlight, No Cap, Pressure, APE, No Signal, Medusa, Believer. They got tracks out there, and I'm on Apple Music. Y'all go definitely check out Josh Simmons. No space, just Josh Simmons on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get it at. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my brother's music. All right, I gotta ask you.
All right.
This is where we get into some of the shit. I gotta ask you. Talk to me about how complex Con was, freestyling for Nip, rest in peace, everything that happened. Because when I saw you do that, I was like, yo, this a big move.
That shit, all right, bro. It's like, it's crazy because till this day, it's like.
I know that felt unreal.
It did. Like, I was in the moment, and it was like, I was really just spectating in my own body, if that makes sense.
I know it does. When you do cool shit, like when you do cool shit that you'll never believe, because I felt that way when I interviewed Chris Broussard from Fox Sports 1. When you sitting there and it's just like you're out of your body and shit, and your body's just going.
Watch it go.
And you're just doing you. And it's like, it's crazy because I feel like only when it's something you're passionate about, whether it's like a doctor in surgery, a lawyer in a trial, an NBA player in a basketball game, a rapper performing, like it's when you love something that you're passionate about, that's the only time you have those moments. So I relate to that 100%.
Like, yeah, and it was like, really like all that, like in that whole moment, all that I'm saying in my head is like, I don't know, it might sound crazy, but in my head, I'm like, eat.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all that I'm saying in my head.
I'm so happy you wasn't saying don't fuck up, because the fact that you're saying eat, it's like, nah, nigga, murder, kill,
yeah, like destroy these niggas. Like,
I fuck with that.
So it was like, you know, the crazy thing is, I wasn't even supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was actually supposed to go back to the hotel, but as I was leaving, I heard somebody say freestyle, freestyle. So, you know, my radar go off. Okay, like, let me see what that's about. You know, I go over there, you know, they got like Smoke Perp, Adam 22, like all these type of dudes there and stuff like that. And Danny Lay, 24 Golden. Shout out 24 Golden, bro. You need to take me back, but it's cool. You know, like all of them was there, you know what I'm saying? And we started off, it was like 3 people, and it was like round 1, and like they just basically put on a beat. The shit that I hated, it was like inside of this glass box.
I saw that.
Yeah, and so the speaker was outside, and we were inside the box. Yeah, so it's like the beat was like off and everything like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, but they had like Smoke Perp standing by the screen, like by the glass, and so everybody just recording. And I'm just like, okay, so all right.
It's that time.
I go into a mode where it's like I just kind of like I'm on my Kobe shit. Like I'm I'm destroying.
It's your moment. It's like it's like kill or be eaten. It's like it's time to step up.
This is the moment that you've been waiting for this whole time. Now let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They played, what beat was that? They played 2 beats. they played a Smoke Perk beat. I forgot the beat of it or whatever, but I started floating on it, started rapping. Everybody, once I saw everybody go like, hey, I'm like, all right, I got it. So
I know what time it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I just started like, floating. And I won the first round. They told me come back tomorrow. Complex was like a 2-day event or whatever. No, 3-day event, I apologize. And so then after that, came back the next day. That's when they had Nip in there. Like, but I didn't see Nip at first. It was just like, it was me, Yes Jules, 24K. That's what I was going against. And I forget the other guy's name. But he was actually pretty good. He had a beanie on. But yeah, and it was like a few other artists in there and everything like that, cameramen and everything like that. So they talking, people smoking, all that stuff like that. Then Nipsey just walk in. I don't notice who it is at first because he got on all red. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Nip ain't got no all red on.
Red on, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I like, I'm chilling. Then I turn around and everybody's just like looking like this way. So I turn around, I'm like,
that's him. Yeah.
And so my manager at the time said a few words to him like, hey, I fuck with you. Just kind of just saying like giving his respects towards Nip and everything like that. And then they played. Nip was like, all right, I want straight freestyle. Like I want to hit some bars. And so one of the guys started rapping. You could tell off the rip it was a written. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he went wrong. Nip was kind of like,
you writing this.
You know what I'm saying? And like everybody else was kind of like they could tell. Then my boy 24K went, he did his thing or whatever. Then when I went on, I'm like, okay, I'm really
freestyling this, yeah.
Freestyling, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about his shirt he got on. I'm talking about Danny Lay shoes, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just also talking about I'm just rapping. Like, the crazy thing is I don't remember everything I said because to a degree I low-key blacked out. Like,
I understand. It was just that moment.
Yeah, I just went in. And then all I know is like at the end, they was like, they asked the crowd who they think won. They picked me and like
how wait, just real quick.
It didn't process yet.
Yeah, like, how was that moment where it's like, okay, you go into 0 Dark 30, LeBron, Kobe, Mamba, Black Mamba, killing shit. You kill in front of Nip, and then all of a sudden you're just standing there and they say who wins and you hear Josh Simmons. What's that feeling like?
Like, it's crazy because at that moment it hit, but it didn't really hit me yet. It was something like, because I was still in that mode, like, all right, like I'm still
killing,
like, what's next? Like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I could say, like, about me that I don't even feel like I'm bragging on. I just feel like that's me. I be on some, like, when it's time,
it's time.
Out of my zone. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, I'm locked in, But so I'm just in my zone, and after I win, I say fuck Complex. I walk to the hotel. I said, I'm leaving. I don't know what's going on right now. Did I really just do this? You know what I'm saying? And as I'm like, the hotel was across the street from the center or whatever. And as I'm walking, I just tears just started falling down my face. Like, I just started crying. Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, I just did that. Like, I just did that. Like, okay, I just did. Like, this is happening. I just did that. I won studio time and all this stuff like that. And I went to the hotel where my dad was at. And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I just rapped the Nip.
And I just won. Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? I just won. And he was like,
yeah.
What? We started celebrating, had a good time, things like that. And
that's one of the moments where I know your mom's and brother was there with you in that crowd. Yeah, 100%.
Like, I feel like that's really what it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was really just a blessing because that's when I was,
That's why them tears fell, bro. Like 100%. Yeah. Now that you tell me that, like, nah, that's some spiritual, special shit, like, for sure. Yeah. I'm glad you shared this with us.
And it's like, that was the time when, I was going through, like, grieving and, like, everything very heavily, you know what I'm saying? And just, like, the words that Nip told me, it was just like, yeah, bro, like, you got it. Like,
you got to keep going. Yes, sir.
I don't even have much more to tell you.
You got it.
Like, basically, he was like, I see it. Like, I'm looking at you. I see it. And it's just like, just the fact that he telling me that, like, I'm like, okay, like, I heard him, but, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in that mode. So I'm hearing him, but I'm still on go. Like, okay, I hear you. But as I'm walking back, I'm just like replaying that moment in my head. And I'm like, bro, this is for me. Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that solidified it for you. Like, yo, this is what I'm doing. It's not just about chipping away, getting that diamond fully showing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
100%. Fuck, bro, I'm so proud of you for that. That's fucking amazing. Hell to the yeah. Okay, so That happens. We get all that. Next question. I want to go with it. Being that you from Louisiana, gumbo or crawfish?
Oh shit! See, that's two different vibes. So,
which one? You only get choose one. Let me put it like this: one disappears forever.
All right. I'm gonna have to say. Ooh, see, my mama had the best gumbo, and like gumbo ain't hit the same after. So I'm gonna say I go with crawfish.
I bet. Gumbo or boudin?
Gumbo.
All right. Well, then that kind of said that sets the chain. All right. If you could go anywhere on vacation, where would you go?
Honestly, the crazy thing is somewhere I just never been. Like my whole goal is really just experiencing new stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life
it don't matter where, just new places.
New places. I want to try something new. Cause when you do new things, it you know what I'm saying? Like what you do now dictates your future. Like if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
You try new foods now and you trying new things is gonna open up doors later down the line in your future. If you I don't want to eat an avocado. I don't like avocados. And then, you know what I'm saying?
You never know what that could lead to.
That's something small, but just like.
No, I get that. And I think that goes back to what you were saying earlier. Talk to me just about how important it is to always take the chance of doing stuff that it leads you to your goal. Because to me, when I think of it, it's like that moment where you were like, okay, I wasn't invited to this, but I'm going to just go because I don't know what could happen. It's like you don't know what could happen unless you try. The worst you could get told is no. And there's nothing wrong with being told no. Talk to me about taking chances and how important that is.
Okay, just really
because that's what you did, honestly, with that complex. You bet on yourself and you got lucky. They told you yes and you executed.
Yeah. It's really just we at the point, bro, it's like you really have you have nothing to lose but everything to gain. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's like I just try to you know what I'm saying, regardless of anything, I just put myself on the line because it's like you never know what could come out of this. Just, you know what I'm saying? This is the thing. The days that Kobe didn't feel like going hoop and he went go hoop, that made him better, not him shooting 300 shots every day.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? The days
when you don't want to do it.
You know what I'm saying? The days you don't feel like it, the days you don't want to do it, those are the days you're making the most improvement. Those are the days you're making the most, is most beneficial towards you. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to keep those things in mind, even if, you know what I'm saying, the complex situation. I'm not here to rap. I'm here to have a good time. But
yeah, you're on vacation. But
but I heard that, hey, it's time to work now. You never know what could come out of any situation, and it's like, who am I to just be I don't know. I feel like I'm not in a situation where I could be like, oh, fuck it, I'm good.
Yeah, because that's the universe giving. The way I look at it is the universe, God, whatever you believe in, gives you these moments where it's like, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you the choice, and it may not seem like, oh, this is the dub sack that I intended, but
it can open to that.
Exactly. If you take that leap of faith and have belief in yourself, that opportunity may be the one that you've been waiting for this whole time.
Exactly. It's really about how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put things on the line. You gotta risk things. You know what I'm saying? And with this, especially with the industry and the lane that I'm going in, you know what I'm saying? It's it's either all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. That is a fucking fact.
I gotta get this shit my all, regardless of what it is. You know what
Hell yeah.
Oh, 5 people in the crowd to 1,000 people in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them the show regardless. You feel me?
I'm loving this conversation. Artists, creatives, if you're a lawyer, trying to be a doctor, trying to go to med school, this is important. Everything we're saying it doesn't just pertain to music or creatives. It goes across the board. You got to bet on yourself because the worst you could get told is no. Next question I got for you. Favorite movie, favorite TV show?
It's crazy because I'm not the most cultured on the movies.
Okay, so you're not a big movie TV guy.
No, this is the thing though. I like movies. I just got my black card revoked because I ain't seen certain movies. I just seen Set It Off a week ago.
Oh, bro, that's not something that you revoked your black for. Set It Off.
I haven't seen Friday.
Oh, now that's something. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Now that's something you got to do, Josh.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna revoke your card, but you got to do that. You're too old to not have seen Friday.
Half baked and all these type of movies like I haven't seen, but like, you know, I seen Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
You know, I seen Belly. Like I seen
Paid in Full?
No.
All right, well, look, next time we talk, by the time the album come out, you got to have seen Paid in Full and Friday.
Say less.
Because those two, I don't care about Set It Off or them other, but those are like cultural icons.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Belly. Like Belly is something that you got to watch. Like you got to watch.
That's a fact. Okay,
Yeah.
so give us some of your favorite movies that you've watched, favorite TV shows.
Favorite movies. I'm gonna just say since I was a kid, Drumline, you know, it hit.
Classic. You know that movie Nick did, Love Don't Cost a Thing? Underrated classic.
Yeah.
Underrated classic.
I guess I'm gonna say one more movie, Like Mike. For some reason, Like Mike hit. It hit different.
Classic.
You know? And then also just as far as TV shows, you know, I like the Boondocks.
Greatest American anime of all time and greatest adult cartoon, man. I love the Boondocks.
Rick and Morty.
Classic.
Everybody Hates Chris. You know what I'm saying? Just
classic.
That's like those like my move, my TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Pootie Tang. That's a good movie too.
Fuck yeah.
I just gotta say it. Like
fuck yeah. I love them choices. Okay, but you gotta next pod, you gotta see Paid in Full and Friday.
Paid in Full and Friday. I'm about to write it down.
You got to. Them two is just important. Hell yeah. And I'm gonna give you some more suggestions next time. But that's all we need to do for right now. Paid in Full Friday. Get them two done. We good. All right. So next thing I want to ask you. There's so much shit I wanted to ask you. Let me not lose it. Don't lose it. You got this. Pull it out. Okay, so you were we're talking about shit. I think I done lost it. All right, it's gonna come back to me because it's something that I had to get off to ask you. But okay, let's see. Oh no, I got it. Talk to me about the Baton Rouge music scene. Talk to me about how you feel it's grown, how you feel about the scene itself. Because when you think of Baton Rouge music, people automatically think of three things: the Boosie Webby era, the Gates era, and the Young Boy era. But I think with people like you, Michael Armstead, Jira, Colt 45, and what Old Spanish and them are doing. I'm not gonna forget what Jose Xavier doing, with Swiger's doing, with Jazz Bandito, with everybody in Baton Rouge that's not a part of that turn up classic BR scene. We're seeing so many different styles of rap, and I just think BR to me more so, and I know New Orleans people don't get upset to me about this, but I just think Baton Rouge in terms of Louisiana, from Lake Charles to Lafayette to New Orleans, I think BR might have the most rich culture scene out right now, just with diversity.
And substance,
and that's no disrespect to New Orleans, Lafayette, because I think
shout
Louisiana.
Shout out my boy, all of you know what I'm saying. Shout out all my dogs in New Orleans. Shout out my boy.
I think Louisiana, honestly, is next up. Like that, Louisiana is the state that's once one person blows, we gonna get just a wave. Yeah. So what do you think about the BR scene?
As far as the BR scene, like you said, to add on top of what you're saying, I feel like, you know, it's really just like we a pot that's boiling right now, you know what I'm saying? And eventually it's gonna boil over. You know what I'm saying? Because we got plenty different lanes, different styles, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, over the time, you know what I'm saying, like the BR scene has grown completely, you know what I'm saying, from, you know what I'm saying, just from the environment, just like how the support has grown, you know what I'm saying, how more people are starting to show support, more people starting to show love, you know what I'm saying? And then just also just the content that we're putting out is starting to get better.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Better. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just people putting out songs, like they're actually putting out.
It was only one group of people that could relate to the music that was coming out mainstream wise. Now it's like you said, I got the suburban kids and the hood kids. It's not just hood niggas in the trap, gangster niggas that can relate to Boosie and Gates and Young Boys. Like, y'all got the nerds, the backpackers, the goths. Like, y'all got every table at the high school come and eat at y'all lunchroom.
It's like, so, you know, when it's like, it's artists like, you know, like us, you know what I'm saying, like Kodasak, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like the whole Black Cypress Collective, you know what I'm saying, just like the whole, you know, stuff like that. Then we got, you know, the people like, you know, Vintage Ripper and, you know, Jizzle and Dollars and, you know what I'm saying, just like DQ and like that lane of rap, you know what I'm saying. Then we got the you know what I'm saying, the alternative style. You know, we got like, you know, Jay with the Fade, Satya, and like, you know what I'm saying, all these other type of like lanes. We have like, it's just endless, you know what I'm saying, just the different pockets and different things that we have, you know. The only thing about the BR scene, I just wish we was more like Atlanta to a degree.
Okay.
Like, and by that I mean, in Atlanta, there's no such thing as a local rapper. You know?
Okay. You want to move that stigma, get away from that stigma of local rapper.
It's like, it's not even get rid of it, but it's just the fact of like, you know what I'm saying, when people say that, like, subconsciously, they don't realize that they're like low-key to a degree, like
degrading themselves.
Degrading them, or like low-key trying to put you in a box. Like, oh yeah, bro, slept on. No, I'm not slept on. I just haven't got the right rollout and promotion to be seen by everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a local artist, because if I go to Seattle and I do another show in Seattle and they hear my music, these niggas gonna think that hey bro, this nigga next. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So it's like, we got to get rid of that, you know what I'm saying? And then also just the fact of, you know what I'm saying, showing the love and showing the support. Like, we do, but it's only, people only show love to what they see is moving and what's gaining traction. We don't just be like, fuck the views, this is good shit. Hey, I fuck with that.
We just support quality, yeah.
They don't have, this is the thing about Baton Rouge, they have people that will bump your music, but when they see you, won't tell you anything at all.
And that's that crab in the bucket mentality. We got to get rid of that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that in other cities. It wasn't like that in Chicago. It wasn't like that in Atlanta.
And I think that's what hold Louisiana back. Because honestly, if we were all like, yo, Lafayette fucks with BR fucks with Nola fucks with Lafayette, we would blow.
Bro, you know how much fucking, bro.
There's so much talent in Louisiana. It's nuts.
In Louisiana right now.
Like the fact that Frank Ocean had to leave Louisiana to go to LA and be like a LA nigga for 2 years and then blow up. It just shows like we got to support each other. We have to.
Exactly. And then like, you know, even when you said like Gates and stuff like that, Gates was getting love, but when he did that fake Young Money deal, that's when everybody, hey, that nigga Gates doing shit, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's sad to say.
We got to get over that stigma. Yeah, no, you're right. You are absolutely right.
It's just like, people don't appreciate things until somebody else gives it that validation.
And we as Louisianas, like, I shouldn't be biggest in Dallas or Houston. Like, my numbers shouldn't come from your biggest fan base shouldn't come from New York, Seattle, or wherever. It should come from here. But the thing is, we don't support us until we get that cosign from elsewhere. And that's something we definitely have to change.
Exactly. Yeah.
100%.
Looking at my stats, I got like most of my views coming from up north. You feel me?
And see, like, that's something we gotta fix. We got to fix that.
Crazy. I know more people out here than I do over there. So why they tapped in more than y'all are, you know? But that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why this platform is here to do this, because I feel we gotta change it, because there's too much talent and we shouldn't be forced to go somewhere else to make it. We shouldn't.
Right. But I feel like this is the thing though. The fact that we are, you know what I'm saying, from here, and you know what I'm saying, and especially if you make it out of here, you can make it anywhere.
Anywhere. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. 100%.
Yeah. So I just kind of, excuse me, I'm sorry, but I just feel like with that being said, like being from Louisiana, it gives us a different view, a different mentality.
Chip on your shoulder.
Carry ourselves different. You know what I'm saying? Like, young boy at the top of the game for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit like all plays a role in I feel like our culture though, you know?
100%. 100%. And the final question we ask everybody, if you're the writer, director, producer to the Josh Simmons movie, how do you want the movie to end?
How do I want the movie to end?
Yes, sir.
I want everyone that's in the movie and everybody that's a part of the movie that I have a connection with or love for to be happy and full of abundance, you feel me? And be spiritually and mentally aligned with themselves, you know what I'm saying? And I just want, you know what I'm saying, I just want the best for like everybody, you feel me? And as cliche as it may sound, you know what I'm saying, I do what I do to inspire, you feel me? Like whether, you know what I'm saying, I just want niggas to get up their ass, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's like, oh, he did that, that's so tight, oh, maybe I could do it, or, oh, he doing that, fuck this nigga, I'm finna do this. either way it go, I'm getting you off your ass. That's my whole point and my whole goal. I want what's best for anybody. If it is your first and last time tuning in to my music, hey, I wish you the best. I hope this song gave you something that you can use for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And with this movie, I want it to inspire and I want it to spark them to, you know what I'm saying, want to be happy, want to be, you know what I'm saying, goal-driven and, you know what I'm saying, ambitious and just all those things like that, man. You feel me?
Hell yeah, that's a great ending to the movie. Man, Josh, this has been a long time coming. I'm so it happened at the right time, and it was perfect, and this was wonderful. And when demo drops, we will do an extensive breakdown of that album, and we will have you back here, brother. Thank you so much for coming on this show, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you already know. You already know it's love. Like I told you off air, you basically family, so you already know the deal.
Real shit.
Hell yeah.
We got to, you know.
We're going to chop it up.
Yeah.
We're going to chop it up for sure. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
You can find me on all platforms at joshsimmons.cds. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, CDS_Josh Simmons. SoundCloud, Josh Simmons. Facebook, Josh Simmons. And SoundCloud, not SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and everything else.
Just Josh Simmons, no space.
Josh Simmons, no space. You feel me? Don't forget that. And that's really it. That's where you can find me. That's it.
Hell yeah. With that being said, let's get into the second interview of this pod with Chris Jones. I want to say thank you to Josh Simmons for coming on the show. It is time for our second interview of the week. And this was one that I was like, yo, am I putting this on our movie podcast? I was like, that has a big audience, but I felt that this was one that needed to be on the main show. It needed to be something that received recognition to the highest degree. I have on the show comedian, writer, director, just all-around talented guy, Chris Jones. Chris, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, guy. I appreciate you for having me here. I'm excited, guys, to talk and dig into this thing. So I'm glad you got me on the show.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm excited as well. Are you first off, let me start this off. Are you from Lafayette?
No, I'm actually from Baton Rouge. So I'm right down the street. Yeah.
So what got you to Lafayette? School.
Came here in 2012 when I started at UL in the moving image arts department. And then I graduated in 2016. And I just didn't go back home. I just stayed here. So here I am, 2020. You know, it's been 8 years. Yeah. And
hell yeah. So, okay, so for people out there that don't know, the reason why we have you here, you've made a film by the name of Motel. You guys can get the film now. Let me tell y'all where it's at because I want to, at chrisjonesofficial.com. The movie is for free. It's called Motel. What got you, just to start this off, so you came to UL for theater, and I know you, for film, and I know you make Instagram comedy. So what got you into being a comedian or wanting to make comedies and being a director and writing films and making movies? What got you into that?
I mean, it goes way back to when I was young. Growing up, you know, in elementary school, the grade school, you know, was always what some might consider like the class clown, you know. I wouldn't call it the class clown, but, you know, because I never took away from what was happening, but I was always like the comedic element. And so I kind of noticed that and like took advantage of that as a young age. And by the time I got to middle school, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to be an actor. I want to do what Eddie Murphy do. I want to do what, you know, Martin Lawrence do, you know. And so that's what my mind was. And so right around high school was about the time that, you know, I figured that I enjoyed the backside of filmmaking more than being on the front side.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how I transitioned into filmmaking, but still keeping in mind that, you know, I knew I was funny. I knew I could do all this stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take that and bring that to the stage. You know, I do my filmmaking and then, you know, I'll just bring that love for comedy and to make people laugh and just bring that to the stage. And that's kind of how I got into that. Okay,
100%. Now, is the comedy a side hustle? Because being that when you say you want to be behind the camera, you can tell with a work like Motel, but you still do your Instagram comedy. So how do you give me like the balance of it?
It ain't no balance, guy. Okay. I'm still struggling with it. You know, it's a side hustle. You know, especially when I do my gigs and stuff and travel as a comedian, or when I have the opportunity. You know, but I think as far as full time, I'm pursuing my filmmaking.
Got you.
And so, I hate to say it's one of those things to where whatever pops off first, because I don't want to think like that. I want to be real strategic about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to, doing stand-up comedy full time if that opportunity opens up for me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. Like, your goal is focused on being a filmmaker, but if the stand-up comedy pops off, you're going to run with it. I relate to that 100% because, like, my goal, making media, making content, making podcasts, making this, but also on the side, got production, writing scripts and whatnot. So I see like whichever one happens first, we're going to rock with, but the main goal is filmmaking.
That's it.
Hell yeah. So before we get into the film, talk to me about your inspirations as a director, as a screenwriter.
Yeah, guy. It's interesting because it's ever evolving. You know what I'm saying? And so I think making Motel kind of gave me that jump start to know what direction I wanted to move in. Because I'm we're living in a real interesting time in cinema where we as Black people are taking more control. They're not giving us more control, but we taking it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a real interesting time to be a young filmmaker and coming up in this era because personally, artistically, I want to be able to take advantage of this era that we're living in.
Got to. It's the Wild West right now.
Yes, indeed. And so we're talking about filmmakers like Ryan Coogler and Ava DuVernay, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
These guys are real strategic in the mission and the voice that they're putting out there. And so I think that's how I'm moving. That's how I'm trying to move. That's what it's inspiring me, at least, following behind these cats and just not making stuff just to make it. You know what I'm saying? But just trying to be real strategic about what I'm putting out there with my filmmaking. So.
Got you. There's a purpose behind it.
Yes, indeed.
Now, let me ask you, being that I'm looking at this film, I watched it, I review film, like I said, I write film. I want to ask you if I'm close to what you was going for with Motel. When I watch Motel, I think there's two things I see. We get the main storyline with I don't want to miss any of the characters' names. So let me
God, say what you say and I come in and fill in the rest.
Hell yeah. Okay, so with the main character, we're dealing with the trauma of her experiencing her mom allowing her to be sexually assaulted and raped as a prostitute. She's dealing with that trauma. Then I feel there's another layer of it, of Black people as a whole dealing with the trauma of having our loved ones allow us to be sexually assaulted, abused, raped. There's that layer of it. Then we look at it from the man perspective of Lance, who is upset because he didn't do anything about said trauma, thus putting trauma on him and the trauma of not wanting to end up like his father. Am I off with that?
You right on it, guy. Hey, you right on it, guy. That's it. When I wrote this script, I wasn't thinking about any of that in my first draft of the script.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I saw something and I kind of built the story around that. And I think if any filmmakers are listening to this, I think the most important part is, your first draft is not your final draft. And in my case, my 20th draft was not my final draft. You got to write and rework that thing. And that's how I was able to find all those moments that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think you right on it. Guy, you gave me goosebumps the fact that you even That's
what I do, man. That's what I do. Like, if I can't get it you that, then I'm not good at what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, guy.
So what brought forth this story? Because this story is so compelling. Just to let the people know, I do think you need to all go watch it. But just to give you an idea, if you haven't seen it, the film starts off, like I said, with this young girl. By the way, phenomenal actress. Everybody in here, phenomenal actress. But I was thoroughly impressed by the little girl because child actors are hard to come by, good children actors. So we start off with her seeing her on the bed. I'm like, okay, her mom's getting her dressed. What's her mom getting her dressed for? And then it goes to, I believe, adult her before we see the action that brought it about. So we see her with the pearls. We go to adult her. We found out adult her is a prostitute. Then we get the flashback to her mom allowing her to be abused and raped for money. And then it goes through about her Cardi being a dude, and it's funny. That's the first thing I thought of. She Cardi beat him. Then she's all right. She's about to do it again with this guy Lance, but Lance recognized her as the boy inside of the place where she was raped. And then we go through their trauma, their experiences, and then the movie just goes with her questioning her ideas of should she continue doing this and whatnot. What brought you forth of this story, wanting to tell this particular story? What influenced you to make this story? And when you're writing it, what makes you be like, okay, I'm gonna write this story about a prostitute who wants to get out of the game, but the reason why she's a prostitute is not the reason why you think.
Yeah. You know what? I knew early on that I wanted to make something real, and I knew early on that I wanted to make a gritty truth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gritty, but it's
real.
Truth. It's real. You know what I'm saying? And so
we're not making something dark just to make it dark. It's dark because this is something that really happens in real world. It could almost be viewed as a horror story. Yeah, it really can if you spin it like that. And you know what? And I'm so glad you picked up on what's happening to Lance too, because that's just as important. He's crucial. No, he's very crucial to this working.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. When the first thing I saw when I approached this script was I saw little Octavia running out of the house and older Octavia watching it happen.
That was an impactful moment.
And so when I approached the script, that was the very first thing I saw, the very first visual. And so I just began to build the pieces around it. Why is younger Octavia running out of this house? You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then most importantly, why is older Octavia seeing this, having this moment and seeing this. And so, everything just kind of added up to build this story, the time period, why set it in this time period and everything. And so I just felt like with what I saw in the initial visual and the end product, like that was just me piecing things together, as I got it. And that's kind of how this story just evolved, And so once I had my foundation and my background, that's when I started to fill in like, okay, how can I make this not just kind of dark and gritty, but then how can I add my poetic moments in there?
The layers.
So that's how we come in with our poetic moments and what the pearls mean and what why she's wearing the short hair and everything means something. You know what I'm saying? And so really and truly, to answer your question, it was just time. Time really gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? It just took time. I just had to put something on the paper and then let time work on me and work on the script and work on the voice. You know what I'm saying?
100%. What did the short hair and the pearls mean to you? Because I was wondering, was she sick? Was it that she had some AIDS or something going on in that time period? Or was that just stress and just the being in the grind constantly in this dark place? And it's like it's not that she lost her hair because she's sick. No, it's just due to stress and just this worldliness and just having these miles put on you of just hard times.
You know what, guy? I think the wardrobe and the hair and makeup was more of a character choice.
Okay.
When you think about Octavia, older Octavia, she's very much in control. Damn near a good part of the movie. She goes to the bar. She's preying on these men. She's bringing them back. She's drugging them. She's doing all of these things. She is the predator amongst a bunch of prey in this bar. And so, and so we put her in these, these short sleeve shirts and these pants and the short hairstyle. And it's really a dominant hairstyle. It's a very, not to say that she's masculine, but it's a masculine,
idea,
silhouette, what I'm saying, of her. And then we have this moment, this really turning moment for her when she is, have this moment with Lance outside of the motel room. And then we see her in the long hair and the dress. And the only other time we see Octavia like that is when she's a child.
Yeah.
And so it's just this moment of vulnerability, bringing her back to that childhood place, that sense of being not in control, very vulnerable and unsure of what's happening. So I think that's what I was going for as far as that short hair and the long hair and the dress and what have you.
Do you feel that Octavia and Lance find solace or get past this trauma in the 20 minutes that happen after this? Or in however long in their lives, after what we see in Per Motel, does Octavia and Lance find happiness? Maybe not with together, maybe not with each other like a couple, how the cliche, I don't want to say cliche because if they did, that's cool. But do they just find happiness outside of this after seeing each other and being forced to face this trauma that they've been through?
Yeah. That's interesting as hell to think about. I'm gonna answer that by saying this. A lot of people ask me what happens after the final scene of Per Motel. Number one, it's a short film, but number two, it's such an ambiguous ending, and I did that on purpose. But in my mind, Per Motel is as much of a conclusion as I can come up with. But to answer your question, I think in that universe, it's very likely that Lance and Octavia, couldn't reconcile that relationship. I mean, if I was Octavia in that situation, the moment I was able to gain control and have that moment of forgiveness and liberation, I would say deuces. I would fucking leave. I would say goodbye to the, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck the old life, I'm on to new. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's why I'm saying, I feel like Octavia as a person, after she's done with this, she's confronted it. I feel like she finds solace in herself. It's like the first time where she looks inward and it's like, I'm not looking outward for solace and for help. I want to look inward in mine. And then I think for Lance, it's forgiving yourself for being that's the thing. They were both children. And as a child, when you see something, you're not in control of being able to change that. So it's the idea of forgiving yourself for something you couldn't control. So that's what I'm like. Do they find happiness? Maybe not with each other, but outside of each other.
That's it.
Inside themselves, personally.
That's it. I think that's what will happen. If that was to be a Per Motel Part 2, you know what I'm saying, and both of those people were part of the timeline, there's a very good chance that their timeline wouldn't even cross. It'll be two different, sequences of events. You know what I'm saying? But that's true. I mean, I think Lance was too busy trying to find forgiveness from Octavia when he should have been, trying to figure out what that internal thing was with himself.
Yeah.
And that was another big thing that I think sometimes even I forget in Per Motel. There's the obvious issues that's going on, but then there's like this idea of like generational curses and like
yes, that's what I loved about
not taking on what your parents put down, not picking that up. And that's what Lance is dealing with in those moments of the film. And so, he got to work on that before he could even try to even
love somebody else.
Give him a chance, nigga. You got to go in and figure that shit out for yourself.
Yes, sir. And I loved how they both, I think both impactful moments. And I think Octavia flipped it on him. But when Lance is like, you don't want to end up like your mom. And when she runs up and slaps him, but then when she hits him with, you don't want to end up like your dad, nigga. Both really, really impactful moments. I feel like that's I feel like that screenwriter crack. Like when you do the first one, it's like, oh wait, I'm about to get you niggas another hit in a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I knew I had one with that one. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth that. And I appreciate you for even picking up on that stuff, guy. Because when I tell you, it took a long time to find those moments. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Octavia said it best. You walked into that motel room just like all those other guys. You
did.
Like you are part of the problem, and so whether you intended on it or not, you are part of the issue. And so.
Yep.
That's something that you have to evaluate for yourself. I can't be a part of that healing because I'm too busy trying to heal my damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. 100%. How long did it take you to write the script?
I'll paint this timeline for you. So Per Motel was actually my senior capstone for school.
Okay.
So I made it my senior year. I wrote it as part of a screenwriting class my junior year, right?
Okay.
So if you can imagine, I started on it the spring of my junior year. I decided that summer that it was going to be my capstone. and then I went into production my senior year. So, and I wrote all the way up into the filming, which happened the following year after it was written. So, so when you look at that timeline, I wrote Per Motel for an entire year, making drafts and drafts and drafts. If you can imagine, the first draft of Per Motel, Lance and Octavia ends up together. Okay. You know, so that tells you how far it's come. And so, yeah, from spring, what would that be? Spring 15 to spring 16.
Full writing.
Writing, yeah.
How hard is it as a screenwriter to tell yourself, like, look, we got to get back in the lab, we got to rework it? Like, talk to me about that as a writer, just constantly forcing yourself to, like, yo, we got to rework this, we got to rework this, we got to rework this, and tell you, when did you know, like, okay, enough is enough?
Yeah, you know what? I honestly think it's the opposite for me.
Okay.
I don't think it's telling myself, okay, I need to go back into the lab and rework it. For me, it's telling myself, okay, it's time to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
There's enough going into the lab. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm even running into that right now with the script I'm working on now, where it's like, okay, I can work this into the day I die. I can find new ways to work this into the day I die. How do you become satisfied with the work? And so I think with Per Motel, in that instance, I think time worked out in my favor. It was like I ran out of time. It was nothing else to do. You know, it was time to film. And so, like I said, and even then, it wasn't over. I was still writing in the editing room. You know, what you see on screen is not how it is on the paper.
On the screen.
I mix things up, and you know, I put things, and I changed the timeline, and what may be broken up 3 times between flashbacks was actually written as one scene, and you know, all kinds of things. And so the writing never stopped, you know, not until I exported the last thing to send it to a film festival. So sometimes I feel like it's more so, you know, telling myself, okay, it's time to move the hell on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got you. 100%. Talk to me about the casting process. What for those out there who don't know about how some of this works, talk to me a little bit about the casting process and explain to people out there how you go about casting people, and just talk to me about your wonderful actors.
Yeah, guys. So as far as my actors, we're talking about Candace, who played Octavia. We're talking about Ryan Broussard, who played Lance. We're talking about
both of those phenomenal people.
Yeah, they are powerhouses. Do you hear me? Per Motel would not be Per Motel
without them
if they weren't playing those roles. You know, and of course Miss Cheryl, who played Octavia's mom. And so when it came down to the casting, these are people who I was fans of before, you know, I had them on the script. So they were all in the theater department at UL.
Got you.
So what I would do as an undergrad is I would go to all the shows to kind of scope out the talent.
Yeah.
You know who?
Low-key.
Yeah.
We are so similar with that. Bro, that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process of doing that. Like, literally, I'm going to the, like, because it's crazier now because of COVID and shit, and like you can't really see shit. But like, going to the theater department, scouting out people, setting up meetings. I'm in the process of that right now.
Yeah, guy. That's what I did. And you know what? And I was doing that starting my freshman year. I didn't write to my junior year. You know, like,
so this was like something that was a long time coming.
Knowing what I had to, it wasn't even like I was scouting them for a particular project. It was just like,
just networking, getting to know people.
Yeah, exactly right. And so those are 3 people in particular, Miss Cheryl, Candace, and Ryan, that I just noticed, and I was like, these people are freaking mind blowing. Like, I have to work with them. And so I kind of, you know, I didn't write the role of Octavia with you know, Taraji P. Henson in mind. You know, like, I had Candace in my mind as I was typing, you know. And keep in mind, I didn't even know I was going to make Per Motel. It was for a class. But I still had these people in my mind. And so when it came down to cast, I approached Candace and Ryan about the script. And they both told me no the first time. Only because they already had productions that they were in. Stage productions. And they just didn't have the time in their schedule. And so in my mind, I was going to film during like the Christmas break area. And so when they told me no, it was time to recast. So I set up auditions, and I had different people come in. And I recasted the part with another young lady, a very young actress. And the same thing with Ryan. I recasted that part. And so that was a long semester, that fall semester. That was a long semester of kind of working with those actors and trying to build them up. But knowing internally, not anything against them at all, but
it just wasn't your vision.
It wasn't the vision. And the role of Octavia is such a demanding role.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think she did anything crazy per se, but emotionally, it's a demanding.
It's draining. Yeah, man.
It's a demanding role. Like I have you making out with at least 5 guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
drugging a guy. Like it's a lot you're asking of that actress, and that's something that I have to applaud you with, because at first I'm watching this film, and this is no disrespect. At first I'm thinking like, all right, we're getting a period piece. But see, when you show us drugging that person, I'm like, oh, this is my type of filmmaker. We're getting dark and we're getting serious. And it's like, and like we said earlier, it's not getting dark for the sake of darkness. No, you're getting dark because this is real life. And the way that Candace brought that emotional gravitas to the film, that's what makes, like, she made your writing sing to a level that was just beautiful.
Yes.
Like, I think it was like a perfect storm. Like, you're Phil Jackson and you got your Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen with Ryan and Candace on the court.
Come on.
The triangle offense you produced was just beautiful.
Yes. So that's the truth, guys. So, needless to say, it was very disappointing when I didn't get them the first time.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So to make a very long story short, I ended up not filming until the next semester.
Waiting.
So everything got pushed back.
Yeah.
So now I'm in this crazy situation where it's like I have another opportunity to get the people that I want.
We're gonna try.
But that also means I have to tell the people who I've been working with this whole time.
Yeah.
And so that had to be the most difficult moment in the whole process as a filmmaker, was number one, making the decision that I was going to make that move. And then 2, having to tell those actors, hey, listen, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for believing in me and working with me. But here's the direction I have to move. Not just for the sake of the project, but for the sake of all the people I had working on the project. There was a lot of people who were investing in this project, who wasn't getting paid, who this is how they feed their family. You know what I'm saying? And they were working with me, and I just could not afford to not make it the very best that I could if I could. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it came a part where I was able to reapproach them, and they both told me yes. And I truly think that was the single best thing that happened for Motel, was being able to go back and cast them in those roles.
And get your original vision, 100%. Tell me about just, what do you prefer more, directing or screenwriting?
I prefer to direct more. And I'm in the process of actually being able to direct a project that I didn't write. And,
ooh, okay.
And so I'm excited for that challenge, only because, when you're a young filmmaker coming up, no budget, small budget, you're directing your own pieces out of necessity. Who's going to hand you a script and say you direct? Nobody's hand you to direct anything. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to do it yourself.
It's kind of what has to happen. And so I'm very excited to receive a script and say, okay, now I want you to direct this. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I would very much prefer to direct over write, but I cannot deny the gift of writing. And, I want to be able to take advantage of that as long as I can.
100%. Let me see, because there's so many different places I want to go with just this, because this is amazing for me, being such a film junkie, and like we said, and just seeing this film. How crazy was the moment when you showed this film to people you cared about? Like, how did that feel internally?
Let me answer this by saying this. I remember my first short film as a college student. I think it was the end of my freshman year, maybe my sophomore year, and it was just me and a bunch of friends, just doing this. My classes didn't require this of me. Nobody asked me to make a movie. I was just like, you know what? I'm here for this shit. I need to be doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
And so I made this script, and I had all my friends over in my dorm room, and we screened it for the first time. And I remember when the credits started rolling, and and all my friends started clapping, and I literally started crying. I was like, you know what? I don't know why the fuck I'm crying right now, but I'm feeling it all up.
Something,
yeah. And so I was like, I didn't know how I would react the first time, but I wasn't so emotional that I cried. I feel like I got that out of my system with the first one, but it was just a very rewarding feeling because I couldn't help but feel like the entire time that I had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just a damn rewarding feeling when you prove the point that you was trying to make. You know what I'm saying?
I can do this shit. Yeah.
It was just giving myself that blue Twitter check mark. You know, like you verified, nigga. Like you can do this. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that's what I was feeling, you know, in those moments where I was able to screen this thing for the first time for my family and my friends and the people who was a part of it. So,
definitely an amazing feeling. I can only imagine. Tell me about why did you choose this time period? Because I've been saying for 2 years on our movie podcast that I cannot stand slave era movies, and I love how Black filmmakers and just filmmakers in general are going to the time period that you are in, or things like we see with Watchmen or Lovecraft Country. Just that time period, or the Fred Hampton movie that's coming, The Trial of the Chicago 7, just getting in that time period post-slavery where it's Jim Crow, civil rights, and just what Black people went through in that time period, because I feel like it's such a rich history to mine in. What made you choose that particular part of history?
Well, I'm gonna say this first. First of all, I'm a period piece buff. Like I live for a period piece, and as a filmmaker, I get real particular with what I ingest, and that is like you can't go wrong with a period piece biopic about, like, for me, African American artists. You know, we're talking about Get On Up, the James Brown story. We're talking about Ray, the Ray Charles story. We're talking about, you know, What's Love Got to Do with It, the Tina Turner story. You know, like all those period pieces that's telling the story about these powerful, impactful Black people. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a firm believer that you, whatever you take in, that's what you're gonna give out. And so I feel like that encouraged my writing, number one. But then again, it was about being strategic and being poetic and really finding motivation for these characters. And so, you know, the flashback scenes are set in the 30s. The present time scenes are set in the 50s, you know. And so you have to imagine that in the 30s, that's when America was really hit by the Great Depression. And so, you know, we were all living in a tough time. And oddly enough, some things I learned doing my research with that, Louisiana actually didn't feel the effects of the Great Depression like some of those northern states, because we were already kind of
dirt poor. Yeah,
exactly. And so I was just trying to find motivation for Octavia's character. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to that not being dark just for the sake of being dark. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, why in the hell would this woman be doing this? And so living in the Great Depression, and you have this character who loves to live above her means. You know what I'm saying? Like this very like high and mighty woman. And it's like, okay, we're living in a time now where you can't afford to do this. How far on the deep end are you willing to go to preserve this lifestyle? And so that's how I kind of fell into my time period. It's like, okay, we're living in the Great Depression. It's a little bit of motivation behind Octavia's mother's decision and why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know? And so
she got to put food on the table at the only way she knows how.
Exactly.
100%. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Tell the people, because I like to get the business out of the way before we have some fun. Tell the people where they can find Per Motel at again and where they can watch it.
Yeah, listen, y'all can find Per Motel on my website, www.chrisjonesofficial.com. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. I got the film up there, and I got buku bonus footage, interviews and scene breakdowns and all kinds of good shit. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Do me that favor.
Hell yeah, y'all! Look, this is when I do the Bros Who Think Awards at the end of the year. This movie's gonna be nominated for one of my Film of the Year categories, man. I loved it. I cannot stress to you enough how pleasantly surprised I was watching this. Like I really was. And I was like, this is great. Like that's why I didn't know if I wanted, because we're going to talk about this on our movie podcast. I'm going to get my co-host to watch it and we'll review it. But this is something that like I had to get you on the show to talk about. So let's get into just to let the people get to know you, Chris Jones, the director, the writer. Who is your favorite director of all time?
My favorite director of all time.
Let's get into this conversation. And you can give me a couple. Let's get a list. I'll give you some of mine just to start us off. Quentin Tarantino, Spike Lee, Martin Scorsese, Denis Villeneuve. That's my guy. And Christopher Nolan. Those are my four. Those are my guys. And John Singleton, rest in peace. Those are my guys.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I think right now my golden three right now is Ryan Coogler, Ava, and Spike. Those are my.
I love it.
Those are like.
I love it. Ava's so great, man.
Guys right now.
Ava is what she did with 13. Oh, phenomenal. And then with the one she just did, phenomenal. Oh, Ava's a visionary, man.
She's getting ready to do a project about Kaepernick too. So
yeah,
this woman don't miss. Like
don't.
And she don't apologize, and that's what I love about Ava.
I'm ready to see her in the DC world. You see all my nerd. I'm a big nerd. Like got flash on my shirt. Like my goal is to write Batman one day. Like I want to see what she about to do with DC with the new gods. So I'm ready to see all that. And I love Coogler with Creed. Like to me, Coogler is one of the up and coming dudes that just kills it. What he did with Black Panther, phenomenal. Okay, so if you're on an island, you're allowed 2 movies, 2 TV shows. That's it. That's all you get to watch. Which 2 are you taking? For 2 movies, 2
movies and 2 TV shows. God, I feel like every filmmaker about to punch me in the eye.
Let's see.
My 2 movies are gonna have to be Next Friday and the Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor.
God, let me tell you, that movie got me into filmmaking. I'm not gonna lie.
Now see, Next Friday I fuck with. I look. I am a Friday guy. I love Greg, Day, and Smokey. That's my shit. I'm not mad at you for that one. Nutty Professor.
God, listen. That one pulls at my heart.
That's a personal one. Okay, I got you.
That's a personal one because that one got me into filmmaking. Like I remember investigating like how in the hell did they get Eddie Murphy to interact with himself? It was 7 different characters and like doing the research, and that's what really got me into filmmaking. So I gotta take that one to the grave.
I got you. Let quick transition before we get to our 2. Man, and this is not me shitting on what you just said. I just want to know your objective take on this. Is Nutty Professor the downfall of Eddie? Because we see Eddie go from Beverly Hills Cop, 48 Hours, Coming to America, Trading Places. Eddie's the biggest star in the world. And then we get Nutty Professor. We get Moosh. Like, Mooshie was great. We get Shrek. We get Norbit. He goes into the family realm. We get Dr. Dolittle. And then Eddie goes into this different world. Is it the fall of Eddie? Because we still get cool Eddie as the ulterior
Buddy Love,
as Buddy Love, but we get Nutty Professor Eddie going forward. I think it's interesting that we see both Buddy Love and Nutty Professor because I think Buddy Love is that era of what I was Trading Places, Coming to America, Boomerang, that era, and then Nutty Professor is where he's going forward in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say, and this is purely objective, okay? To me, Nutty Professor is genius. Like,
okay.
I would not call it the downfall.
Where would you say the downfall of Eddie is?
Eddie started to lose me. God, don't let this man see this shit because I'm a huge fan.
No, this all love.
Yeah, it's all love. It's the truth. And I think he know it.
We're just film nerds, man. That's all this is.
Yeah, and he know it. Eddie lost me. Eddie first lost me with Norbit. Now,
that's a fucking fact.
He lost me with Norbit, and then he gave me an uppercut when he did Meet Dave. when he did Meet Dave, I was like, what the hell is
Pluto Nash?
I have yet to see that movie. I was like, yeah.
Don't watch it.
To hell with it. Yeah, he lost me with that one.
All right, man. I love this. This is what I love. Another film there. Hell yeah. Okay, give me the 2 TV shows.
My 2 TV shows.
Now this is crucial because you could go comedy. You've already got 2 comedies, so like, are we just laughing the whole time? Like, let me see where you at. Cause see, I feel like that's a stand-up comedian inside you coming out.
Yeah. Oh man, you hit me with this one. I know one for sure, but I don't want to say that one until I have my follow-up because I don't want you to cuss me out.
No, let's get it. I would never cut you off. We just having fun. What's the one?
All right. I think I got my two. Okay.
All right.
So my first show I gotta take with me is the Parkers.
The Parkers.
I gotta take the Parkers.
I'm not mad at you because out of all the ones that because you know how Netflix just been putting on the black shows. The Parkers is probably my favorite one that they put on there. Yeah. It's either that one or one-on-one or half and half. Like I'm not a big Girlfriends guy. I'm really not.
Yeah. Now I will watch a Girlfriends, but guy, and this may be the stand-up comedian coming out of me, but you cannot beat Monique in her prime.
You just
can't do it.
You cannot. She was amazing.
Yeah. That show was fucking funny. Guys.
Hell yeah. So was the second one?
The second one, I'm torn.
See, I wasn't gonna kill you on the Park. That's how you know I fuck with the Parkers.
Yeah. I will say that my second one, I'm gonna say this, but then I'm gonna double back because they lost me towards the end of the seasons. They just did it too long. But I'm gonna have to say The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna kill you for.
listen why I say this. Listen why I say this, and see if you can understand.
All right, let's get it.
For me, especially those first few seasons of The Walking Dead, up until like the Negan age of Walking Dead.
Great.
Like there was no other show where I was so invested in the characters that when you lost somebody, I damn near wanted to cry. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I fuck with that.
Like whenever the writers of a show can pull me and invest me that much into a show, that when shit gets real, I'm holding my breath. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I feel that. I just get mad at and I'm glad you separated with post Negan because I'm a fan of the comic book and just the way they went about it.
I'm not a comic book reader, so I don't even know like what was established and what it was based on.
Yeah,
I just took the show for what it was, and it actually took me a while to get into. So that's why I'm kind of mad at myself even saying The Walking Dead. But like I say, when I think about how a writer can pull me in, like The Walking Dead is one of those shows where it's like when somebody died, I stand up off the couch, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like
the way your eyes just did, that was straight comedy. That was amazing. You got it, brother. I love this dude. I can't lie. I love this dude. So I want to ask you, because I don't get to talk about this often. Have you seen The Wire?
No.
You need to watch The Wire. The Wire, to me, and I'm going to ask you this. When I think of great television, I go The Wire, Sopranos.
Okay.
And then like those are the two like in terms of drama. And when it comes to comedy, if I go It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Seinfeld, and Martin. Those three are like those are the shows that I think are like
those are classics though. Like those are classics. Like those are hands down. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody fuck with Martin. You know
Martin's
what I'm saying?
Bro, Martin's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I'm glad you said Philadelphia, though. That's my show.
Bro, thank you. Yo, them white dudes, Charlie Day, Rob McElhaney, how am I forgetting Glenn Howerton, and then D, and then Danny DeVito.
Yeah, guy.
Them niggas is nuts.
That's a hell of an ensemble cast, guy.
To me, let me see how you feel about this. I think It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best comedy of the 2010s. Of the 2010s, like over Parks and Rec, over The Office, over 30, over It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. How do you feel about that remark right there?
Yeah, I can agree with you if we just agree to go ahead and give Steve Carell his credit, because that motherfucker was genius in The Office.
Oh no, he was.
And then I go ahead and give Always Sunny that credit.
I could do that. Steve Carell, best comedian of the. No, I could do that. The best TV comedian solo, and then I could do that because The Office was fucking brilliant. Yeah. My goodness, would you ever want to write a comedy?
That's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying? Because
just from what I'm hearing, your favorite stuff, Eddie, Nutty Professor, and It's Always Sunny. Like, not a lot of people watch those. Like, It's Always Sunny. So that's how I know. Like, the comedy is in you. Is that something you'd want to? Because your Instagram comedy is hilarious. And then, would you ever want to get scripted with it?
Y'all excuse this damn train. Yeah, I think I would want to approach a comedy. I think I haven't yet because, it's a lot of pressure on you when you do comedy. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to make sure I do the shit right.
When you do it, you want it to make. Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm at with that.
Okay, 100%. Being that you from Louisiana, gumbo or crawfish? See, we going everywhere with it today, brother. We having us a good time.
I'm gonna say, oh god damn, you hit me with that one.
I want this to be your best interview. Crawfish.
I'm gonna say crawfish.
Crawfish, all right. Gumbo.
Here's the fucked up part about crawfish.
Wait, no, we're not even done though. We're not done yet.
Go ahead.
This is a 3-part question. Gumbo, boudin.
Gumbo.
All right. So now we got the 3 rankings. Now you could go ahead about crawfish. So we go crawfish, gumbo, boudin. Fuck yeah.
All right. So as far as seafood in general, my junior year of high school, I became allergic to shellfish.
Oh shit!
I went eating crawfish and crab and just shellfish my entire life.
Yo, that would fuck me up.
The last few years of my high school, I found out I was allergic. Now I still eat the shit. I take me a Benadryl. Some Benadryl. I'll risk that death for some good ass crawfish.
Yo, wait, that's a comedy skit.
Hell after, but
yo, bro, that's a comedy skit right there. That's an episode just where whoever you got, if that's playing the lead, you make them alert that like he still got to get his shit off. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah, I take my Benadryl. I be sleepy as hell, but I gotta get my crawfish skit.
My guy got his Benadryl, EpiPen, Vicks rub, Vapor rub.
Oh yeah, guy. I gotta get it.
Hell yeah. Okay, fuck yeah. If you could go anywhere on vacation, where would you go?
If I can go anywhere on vacation, yeah, I really want to experience France. I really want to experience Paris, France.
Got you.
I want to do it only because UL pushed us with French filmmaking a lot. That French cinema, and so I actually want to do a study abroad over there.
Okay.
Filmmaking, but they didn't offer it. But yeah, guy, I just want to experience that culture, guy. And I've never been out of the country before, so
hell yeah, that would be something.
It'll be my first time out of the country, and try to learn some shit.
Yeah, I would love to see your films pre-France trip and then post-France trip, especially since that's something that was like your study. See, me when I started like really getting into film, it was Japanese films, Japanese and Asian films.
Yeah.
That's my jam because I'm a big anime guy. Like I love that shit, man. And I think people don't speak on this. I think people don't give foreign films enough credit because they don't like to read subtitles. But like some of the best movies are foreign films.
That's the truth. Yeah, get your lazy ass up and read and enjoy these damn movies.
That's a fact. That is a physics. Yeah. So okay, if you could work with any actor, who would it be? And this alive. I'm not doing the dead or alive shit. I want alive.
Yeah.
And active, because like, of course you would want to work with Daniel Day-Lewis, but that nigga retired. I want like active.
Right. Yeah. Damn, guy, you hit me with some good ones. If I can work with any actor, I would say, damn. You know what? Can I do a top 3?
Yeah, you give me 3. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. Let's go.
Let me give you a top 3. If I could do a top 3, I would say Angela Bassett.
Love it.
I would say I'm gonna do a top 4 just because I need a male.
That's cool.
If you can't tell about my work, like I'm very much like
the woman. Yeah. And we need, and let me just say this, we need that more from male directors. And I love that from you, especially black male directors going to black queens. I love that. I fucking love it. So we got Angela Bassett, number 1. We got
Angela Bassett. We got Jennifer Lewis.
Oh, okay.
I would adore to work with Jennifer Lewis. Jennifer Lewis.
I don't think somebody's tapped into Jennifer Lewis's talent quite right yet.
No, hell no. They have not, and she is such a gem that we have, and
naturally funny.
She only had like one starring role. She's always a supporting actress. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, nobody really tapped into her.
Naturally funny. So we got Angela Bassett, Jennifer Lewis. Let me get number 3.
Number 3, I would say Monique.
Oh, all right.
I would say Monique. I'm a diehard Monique fan, and I feel like she got her shot with she got her Oscar with Precious, but then there was so much damn controversy that came after Precious. She never got to her follow-up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
she didn't get to use the juice she had. Like, you know, when people get to their apex mountain, like, for example, like when Sam, after Pulp Fiction, Samuel L. Jackson got any fucking role he wanted. Like, you know what I mean? Like once, like when,
exactly.
Like after Leo did what was his early one in the nine? I'm trying to think of his The Departed. Like after The Departed, Leo could do anything. And
exactly.
That was supposed to be Monique's like Ray.
She totally missed her wave. She totally missed her wave. And so I would love to be able to work with her and because damn, the woman is funny, but look at what she can tap into.
Yeah, she's super talented. Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Yeah. And fuck number 4.
Oh, so we don't even get a number 4. Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Okay, I fuck with that. Okay, if you could, now this is me getting to my nerd bag. If you could work in any of these 4 blockbuster franchises, which one you choosing? Marvel, Star Wars, DC, or I'm gonna say like the horror monster universe.
As a filmmaker?
Yeah, you making it and writing it. Oh, you don't have to write it if you don't want to, but which one you would want to work with?
Out of those 4, I would have, let explain to me your monster flicks. You talking about like a Jaws, like
Jaws, like Godzilla, Frankenstein, Dracula, like that type of shit.
Going that route.
Oh,
definitely
okay.
going that route. Yeah.
Which character would you choose?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting that you say Godzilla because I grew up a huge Godzilla fan, and I grew up a huge is it Tremors or Tremors? Do you remember that?
Talking about with the worms?
Yes, in the ground.
That's Tremors.
Yeah, guy. I grew up watching that shit. So yeah, guy, I would do like something out of the box, like
some monster shit. Yeah, I fuck with that. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't redo another shark movie. We don't need no more shark movies. You know
something
what I'm saying?
New.
I wouldn't redo. Yeah, I would do something new. Like there's something out of the ordinary. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I fuck with that. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Classic, guy. And it's cheesy, but it's good cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Like sci-fi know that shit is cheesy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And this is a question we ask everybody. If you were the writer, director, producer to the Chris Jones movie, how do you want the movie to end?
That's interesting. Man. Guy, you know what? Who wrote these damn questions?
Me, man, it's me. Like, it's all me, brother. I swear. Look, I just want you, when you leave, I want it to be where you could say, this guy fulfilled his job, and I'm happy with what we've done. That's all I want. If you happy, then I'm happy.
This is some thought-provoking shit. How would I want the movie to end?
To end, yes, sir.
You know what? Huh.
Because we done got some crazy answers. One person just was like, I'm gonna just die, and it's over. I was like, well,
no, to hell with that. The hell is wrong? Okay, no.
Yeah, I was shy. He threw me for a curveball when he said that. I was like, oh, this nigga's dark. Let me get the fuck out of here.
He want to live on in the afterlife. No, guy. Okay, no. I want my film to end, guy, with some kind of revolution, guy. Like I would want my film to end showing how my work has changed a generation. You know what I'm saying?
A real cultural revolution.
Yeah, guy. You know, like I would want it to be one of those things where it say, you know what, you know, because of this series of art, you know, that this guy put in, like we're thinking like this, or we're doing this, or God, you know, we're living in this truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so
change some shit for real.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that by the time you get to the end of my biopic, it then brought all that to light, and we really showing how, you know, like I didn't change the way we moving. You know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah,
that's all I can hope for at the end of my damn movie.
I fuck with that. Chris, thank you so much for coming on this. I've been wanting to do this. Like I said, I love Motel. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media and where they can, catch you at on Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Listen, y'all follow me on all social media at Chris Jones World. All social media, Chris Jones World. Y'all get at me. I act food 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. And it don't get old. So y'all make sure y'all get me, like I said, go to my website, Chris Jones World or chrisjonesofficial.com. Either one of those will take you to my website. And yeah, I got a shit ton of stuff. Keep up with my stand-up comedy, watch my film, my special features, and all the extra shit I got on there. Yeah, y'all check me out.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow Chris. Super, super talented brother. I'm super, super, super impressed with everything this brother's doing. And I got to work with this dude in the future. I got to. And I'm going to talk to him about this after we finish this pod. But with that being said, y'all go follow Chris. And let's finish up the pod with Bros Who Ball. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the pod called Bros Who Ball. We're going to do a small Bros Who Ball this week. No Schubert, no Justin. It's just me this week. And I'm going to give you some NFL scores and my thoughts on what happened. Also, Stan Van Gundy hired his first assistant. Yes, the Pelicans hired their first assistant. Let me pull up his name. Give me 1 sec. Okay, yes. They have hired, let's see. Why is it not pulling? Bob Byer for their staff, King's assistant. He's worked with Stan Van Gundy in Detroit and Orlando. That's something that should have been expected. Also, hope that we keep McMillan on the squad and Fred Vinson, because Fred Vinson is the one who changed Lonzo's shot, who changed Brandon Ingram's shot. So that's something that we need to look forward to. Also, Daryl Morey is now the GM of the Sixers, which will be interesting. Who are we getting rid of? Ben Simmons, Embiid. I think that I think it might be something feasible with Morey now running the Sixers. But that's all the real NBA news. Let's jump to the NFL, which I'm going to start off with the Saints. The Saints won 26-23, and Drew Brees was 31 of 41, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I know you may think, Brees had a good day. They ran a stat in the game, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, where Brees averages 6 yards per in the air, 6 yards per possession in the air. So when he's throwing it down the field, his average is 6 yards, which is the lowest in the NFL. There were times where it was 3rd and long. He couldn't throw it past 10 yards. And it's just getting ridiculous when running backs have more yards than your quarterback. I think that's a problem. And we need to just get over this, because I don't think he is conducive to winning. And I know a lot of Saints fans and a lot of people in the media are like, oh, y'all hate on Drew Brees week and week, but we're 5-2. 5-2, and I don't think we're gonna win the South. Also, first round exit of the playoffs. Our defense isn't as good, and we can't score with people. I know they're going to say no Sanders, no Michael Thomas, but still, he doesn't even attempt throwing the ball down the field. And that is a problem when we play good defenses. There's no reason why we shouldn't have blown the Bears out. The Bears are not as good as they seem, and we just let them play in these games. There's no way you can tell me next week when we play Tampa Bay, we are not going to lose. I have big issues with the Saints offense, and the defense, lo and behold, is looking better, even though they didn't play as well as they could have. I think the defense wasn't as bad yesterday, but granted, it is the Bears. But good victory for the Saints, and when I get to my games of the week, we'll talk more about Tampa Bay, even though I kind of spoiled it a little bit. Let's go to the headliner game that I thought was amazing. The Steelers versus the Ravens. Man, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like from the media that's like, oh, can Lamar Jackson close? He hasn't shown he can close. MVP. We still need to realize this is this guy's 3rd year. He's still growing into himself. Granted, he did win the MVP last year, but it's still just his 3rd year. And the Steelers are really good, but the Ravens had all opportunity to win that game. Ben Roethlisberger, 21-32, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was mainly the defense in Baltimore really just kicking themselves in the foot, because Lamar Jackson was 13-28, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and just couldn't really move the ball down the field. And I just don't know if the Ravens are as real as they were last year. And the Steelers being back, maybe the Ravens didn't strike when the iron was hot. That's going to be something we need to see. Also, Dolphins and Rams. Dolphins, the Bills were just losing. The Bills just playing trash like they have been, even though the Bills did beat the Patriots. I don't know, man. The Dolphins are right now, their record is 4-3. Tua's there. Flores is calling up a game plan, is drawing up defenses that are just insane. He has Sean McVay's number. McVay and the Rams couldn't do anything. I think yesterday was a show of how the NFC West might not be as tough as we think it is. But the Dolphins in the AFC, let me just put things in perspective. Bills are 6-2. Dolphins are 4-3. It's possible that team can make the playoffs, especially with Tua being there. Even though Tua didn't look special, they didn't need him to. So that's going to be something we have to wait and see. And like I was saying, the NFC West, not looking as good as we may have thought. The Rams lose. The 49ers lose. Seahawks win against the 49ers, but just 2 big losses for those teams this week. Going to be interesting to see how they move forward from here. Packers did not look good against the Vikings. My guy, Dalvin Cook, who I should have played in fantasy, dumb me, 40-something points, went off. He had 30 carries for 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. He just absolutely balled. Aaron Rodgers had a pretty good game with 27 of 41, 291, 3 touchdowns. He doesn't have the weapons that he just has Devontae Adams and my guy Lazard. He has to figure this out, and Matt LaFleur has to make adjustments in the game because it seems like certain defenses are figuring out this Packers scheme. Going to be interesting to see what happens with them. And shout out to the boy Joey B. Man, do we miss him at LSU. Joe Burrow is kicking ass right now. Beat the Titans. He was 26 of 37, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just a great game from Burrow. Man, Titans might not be who we thought they were. We're gonna have to wait and see next week when we do. Are they real or are they fake? We're gonna have them in. Also, no Odell. Browns just shit the bed, 16-6. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't move the ball. I mean, Baker was 12 of 20 of 25, 122 yards. That's not gonna cut it, partner. And you had that great game last week with Odell being hurt, but this week it just shows with him not on the field, you can't go anywhere else. Like, it's like you got to play better. And I'm holding Baker to this standard because he's a number 1 pick. I had high expectations for him, and he's not living up to it. So we're going to add them to the are they real, are they fake for next week. But these are the games I'm looking forward to this week coming up in week 9. Packers, 49ers. Big game. Can the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan bounce back? The Packers need to win this game. This is a big game for both sides. I got the Packers winning in that game. Next game, I think that is important. Ravens-Colts. Ravens needs to bounce back. Colts are on a winning streak right now. Colts are kicking ass. But I think the Ravens are going to go in and handle business because I think it's at the Colts. I think the Ravens will go in, handle business. I got them winning. Another game that I think is very important. Seahawks and Bills. All these 12 o'clock games, man, super, super big, except the first one was a Thursday night. But Ravens and Colts and Seahawks and Bills, 12 o'clock games on Sunday. Seahawks and Bills. Josh Allen needs to bounce back. He needs to bounce back. 2 bad weeks in a row. Defense needs to step up. Can they contain Russell Wilson? DK Metcalf is a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala. Man, is that guy doing his thing. Got to shout out DK Metcalf because he is killing it right now. And that's something that we need to see. I got to give that young man a round of applause. Just round of applause for DK Metcalf, man. DK Metcalf has improved on everything that they faulted him for in the draft. And with him, Tyler Lockett, Greg Olsen, the Seahawks have weapons, and they're just letting Russ cook. So that's going to be a game that's very interesting to watch. And then Sunday Night Football, Bucks versus Saints. Saints won week 1. I've been saying I think it's a fluke. Tampa Bay is looking good. The defense is great. They have weapons, and I believe Antonio Brown will be playing. So that is huge. Can the Saints do something to keep up? Because they're going to score, and the Saints are going to need to score. And I don't know if we can with that menacing Tampa Bay defense and with Drew Brees not throwing the ball farther than 20 yards. So that's a game I'm looking forward to as well. I got the Bucks winning that one, but that's all we have. Just a little Bros Who Ball update. We will be back next week. Justin will be giving us his players to look forward in the draft because we're getting closer. And I don't know if Schubert, I don't think Schubert can make it next week, but Ian and Doom will be there. Ian, big football fan, and we're going to chop it up about the NFL and college football, because Ian is as big as college football fan as Schubert, so we'll be chopping it up about both. But that's all the time we have this week. You guys can follow me at BWT. Follow the Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. Come follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bros Who Think. Subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to. Please, that would help us out tremendously. And be sure to look out for content coming. Thursdays is the new Bros Who Binge release. That'll be out on Thursday. No anime talk this week, but a lot of videos coming in the in-between. So be on the lookout on the YouTube. And we will be streaming, if you guys hear this, we will be streaming, I think, tonight at 7. Tonight at 7 Central Time. But we also will be streaming on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. That's our streaming schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But for Brooqlyn, for Doom, for Josh Simmons, for Chris Jones, my name is Lennon. You guys have a great one. Be safe. Be safe. Have a good one. Get out and vote, and we'll talk to you next Monday. Peace.